What's up, everybody? Welcome to Velocity Entertainment for another Monday night in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I'm your host, Kyle Leonard. Each and every week, we scour the internet for movies, video games, sports, and TV news that you guys might find interesting. Then we bring it to you in one neatly little package show. So if you like the show, remember to support us on patreon.com/Velocity Entertainment, as well as Facebook, YouTube, and podcast providers everywhere. But every week, as I've said, there is no show without the beautiful, gorgeous men across the table from me. To start it off, he's the long hair, don't care, Doug Nasty, dropping him in the dirt, laying down the hurt, the all-knowing, almost Samoan, dishing out crosses, taking no losses, best blue eyes in Sioux Falls. Tanner Else, how's it going?
I really wanted to get that on my Snapchat, just for people who don't get to hear you say it.
Did you get it all?
I got all of it. It was beautiful.
If people don't get to hear me say it, then maybe they should grow up.
They need to grow up.
They need to grow up.
How's your week been, man? I gotta ask you every week now. Have you rear naked choked somebody out?
I haven't. No.
How was your
I
Thanksgiving?
mean, I've seen somebody else get choked out, but
Oh,
How was your Thanksgiving? I know you worked, but
yeah, it was pretty cool.
didn't you get like free
We got
dinner
some,
or something? At
yeah,
work?
we got some. We gave away free dinner too. That was kind of cool.
Oh, that's nice.
Everybody who came in and bought like just a soda or a drink got a whole free, like turkey, gravy, mashed potato, corn, stuffing dinner. So gave a whole lot of free
was
food.
that
away.
like for anything, like for charity or for?
No, I guess it's something they do every year, and I was like, I'll volunteer to work for that
Just a
because
free meal,
a lot of
yeah.
people came in and got free food.
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Bringing in the trio. There's only one. He's the trash talker. Drops more bombs than Hurt Locker. He is the nerdiest, the flirtiest, and overall most luxurious.
That's me
Michael Otamende.
with my $5 tie. What's up?
How was your Thanksgiving, buddy?
It was good, but I do want to know, what did you do with our host?
Yes.
You're not our host.
I'm actually Kyle or Tyler Leonard,
Tyler.
the new host of Velocity Entertainment.
The Viking beard is gone, folks.
Well, I was thinking,
Scares me.
well, Tanner's like, you got to win this mustache thing. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. And then I set myself on shaving a mustache. And he's like, you probably won't win even if you do it. And I was like, well, I don't want to shave. So
Honestly,
I shaved anyway.
I never asked you, but I kind of thought you like started doing something cool with it, and then you messed up, and you were
was
like,
gonna-
screw it.
I was going to do like around the mouth and then up the chin. And then I was going to hook them back.
Oh.
That was the plan.
Like a ram horn? What is going on?
Yeah, something like
Oh.
that. Like the dude from the Hunger Games.
Oh, sure.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
he's got like the swirls in his beard.
Yeah.
I thought that would have been
That
really
would
cool.
have been pretty cool.
Would have been cool.
But how was your Thanksgiving? Did you
Oh.
get to? I know with COVID and stuff, it's kind
Yeah,
of hard to get with family and whatnot.
I spent a
but-
tiny bit of time with my parents and then a bit of the weekend with Anna's family, so it's good. It's a good time.
Heck yeah!
Yeah.
Hung out with a whole lot of drunk people all day.
I absolutely petrified a young child for Thanksgiving. So
Oh, this is the story.
this is the
Oh.
story.
Oh, the
yep.
story.
Oh,
okay.
let's get into it.
Like I said on Discord, by the way, we have a Discord, Velocity Entertainment, the official page. Go up and join. I asked viewers to write in and kind of give us their wild Thanksgiving stories, but I didn't get anything.
Hose.
But it's a quick story. Over the Thanksgiving weekend, I went to my mom's house, and her husband was skinning and quartering off a deer.
Oh.
Because it was deer opener a couple weeks ago, and he got his deer. And there were children at the Thanksgiving gathering. So what would a normal human do? You shut the garage door, lock it off, don't let the kids go in there.
Yeah.
But what do? I tell them that my sister's dog was acting up.
Oh.
So they bonked him over the back of the head and gave him the old once for in the garage. And then I opened the door and showed him.
Oh no! Did you tell him that that's?
Oh, it's horrifying.
You're a
Obviously,
terrible human being.
after they were like, "What?" I
what?
freaked out. I'm like, oh god, I'm the
Did you
worst
tell him
person
it was
in the
part of
world.
the Thanksgiving meal? It's like,
Yeah,
So
yeah,
before-
we're gonna eat it. Yeah, that would have been funny.
Before I had seen the movie E.T., we would go to my aunt's every Thanksgiving, and because she had like 4 kids, and they had a life-size E.T. thing, and they put it under their bed, and they were like, "Dude, there's something under the bed." So I went and looked at it, and I thought it was like the boogeyman. Scared me for the rest of my life. Like, after seeing E.T. now, I'm still scared of E.T. So just thinking back on that, I'm like, you're a terrible person.
So-
I'm scarred for life.
So I show him the deer hanging in the garage. I mean, they're not like 4 or 5, or there's like 11 and 12. So I mean,
Okay.
they're not going to be scarred for life. I
Hopefully.
hope not. 'Cause, oops, my bad. They immediately ran to my mom and they were like, "Is this true?" Blah blah blah. Kyle said this, and I just got that mom look. My mom likes to do this thing where she like breathe growls, like, and that's how you know she's mad. She's like. And I'm like, just kidding.
Just kidding. We're not eating the dog.
So that was pretty funny. I tried to scar children for life, potentially. I don't think it worked, in my defense.
Very nice.
Very nice.
No crazy Thanksgiving stories from you guys, huh?
It
Didn't want
was
to rear
just
naked choke any cousins?
it's just a typical Thanksgiving.
Pretty much.
Well, good.
I wish I had better stories. Some holidays it gets rough. Ask me again.
You're just not a bad, horrifying influence on your little cousins. like
Ask
some
me
people.
around Thanksgiving.
Like Tanner. Can't believe you did that.
What we did, so you know how you do the first football game of the year, after
Right.
your Thanksgiving meal? We did that on top of hay bales because there's a ton of hay bales, and we
Oh.
just jumped from hay bale to hay
Like
bale.
with footballs?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And the
that's
end zone
actually
was
really
like
fun.
the end row, but like falling off hurt.
I was
Pretty.
gonna say, as a kid, that sounds really cool. As an adult, I'm like, I just feel my ACL tearing.
Yeah.
playing that.
I played pretty slow like an old man.
I miss playing football on Thanksgiving, but nobody I really go to Thanksgiving with anymore. Or whatever.
Yeah.
I miss
It's,
being
it's
like
a lot of women,
12 or 13
and like
and
my
just
folks,
jacking
my
everybody up.
folks are separated, so my dad's not there, and then there's only one other cousin that's my age. My cousin Austin is like my age, but there he got the shout out he wanted.
Gotcha.
But other than that,
I just keep seeing your dimples now, and I didn't know you had them.
yeah,
They're kind of cute. From now on, let's just get the beard down a little bit further. Like,
chat is
cheeks
saying
down.
you look young, and
Also, that
whoa,
heart,
Kyle's face.
the heart from Anna was not for you. It was for Kyle.
I
Just
know.
so you know.
Well, I know that.
Okay, good. As long as you know.
I was gonna say we're getting married now, actually. So, oops.
All right. Well, am I invited at least?
Yeah, you're the best man.
You got to be the security guard.
I got it.
So do you ever think like weddings? So speaking of weddings, I always like wonder this, like the children situation, because it's like a touchy subject for people. I notice like whether or not to like let people bring their kids.
I've been to a couple kid-free weddings, but I think they're fairly rare.
Right.
I've been to maybe 3 kid-free weddings.
Well, most of the time, yeah, most of the time kids are there, but like I see it floating around the internet too. The discussion where it's like, if it's not a kid-free wedding, do your friends get less like time to like relax and be themselves because they're constantly chasing after their kids?
Yeah.
It's like that discussion I keep seeing on the internet, and I was like, I guess it kind of makes sense. They don't really get to cut loose and enjoy themselves if they're constantly chasing after their kids. But at the same time, it's like they're part of the family.
Well, we watched Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates last night, and
did?
there was kids at that wedding. Probably shouldn't have been.
Probably should.
Probably shouldn't have been.
Everyone.
We also watched Instant Family.
Obviously, Zach and Kyle have different.
Let's not talk about it.
Kid-free weddings are better.
We watched Instant Family. We watched If Anything Happens, I Love You, which is horrifyingly sad.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like a 12-minute short film on
So,
Netflix. Check it out. If
Instant
you're,
Family. I cried
Go
about
be sad.
12 times. And I'm like, Kyle, let's watch something funny because I've cried enough tonight. He goes, let's watch this 12-minute video and see if we cry. No, this is not what I want to do after crying throughout this whole freaking movie. So, of course, we watched it.
of course.
Yeah.
I teared up a little bit, but like I've been seeing videos because you're supposed to record yourself before you start watching it after.
Yeah.
Because apparently, normal people who don't have dull emotions like myself just start bawling by the end of this movie. And
Sure.
for the most part, the videos I've seen,
yeah, it's
everybody has done that.
just like a 12-minute sad video.
It is, and it's really, really sad.
When my dad made me watch sad videos growing up, like the dog dies at the end, I'd be like, get mad. I'd be like, why did you make me do that? I'm mad at you now.
Sounds like me to Kyle last night. Why?
Why?
Why do you keep doing this
Right.
all night?
There's just There's just a lot of, especially when the dog dies. I know I should be more sad when a human dies, but the dog. I don't know.
Yeah, the dog suck. John dies at the end. Did you ever read that book?
No,
It's a movie, isn't there?
Yeah, well, it's a book first, but
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
there's a movie. John dies at the end. You should check it out. It's really
I've
good.
never heard of it.
I recommend. I won't say anything about
Does John die at the end?
it. Maybe.
It would seem.
It would seem so. Spoilers.
All right, guys, we got a pretty short news week this week, and then we get to roll into the Disney movie competition for rounds, I believe 5 and 6, and then we'll talk about some local Sioux Falls boys fighting last weekend. We'll talk about Mike Tyson returning to the ring, and that'll be our show. So, without further ado, what do you say we get into the news, boys?
Let's
Yeet.
do it.
Big old yeet.
News story number 1. A special tribute to the late actor Chadwick Boseman can be seen during a viewing of The Black Panther on Disney+. The intro features clips and pictures from the actor's time in the MCU, very similar to the way Stan Lee was tributed at the beginning of Captain Marvel. The intro will be included in the next Black Panther movie as well, as stated by Disney CEO Bob Iger. And along with the tribute, Disney has confirmed that Chadwick Boseman will not be CGI at all in the second Black Panther movie, stating that there can only be one, and it would be disrespectful to his memory. So what do you think? You think that's the right call,
Yeah.
not putting a CGI
Yeah.
Chadwick in there?
If they absolutely had to do something to kind of move on from the character, I could see like a 30 seconds of it, and I'd be okay
Well,
with
'cause
that.
here's
But
the
the fact
thing.
they're not doing it all is great.
Here's the thing: if he's wearing the Black Panther costume,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be Chadwick
It can be
Boseman.
anybody.
Like he could die wearing the costume, or whatever it be, and it wouldn't forsake his memory, in my opinion. And
They
it
could
wouldn't be the CGI face.
Blasphemy.
Blasphemy.
Get out of my face.
They could easily synthesize his voice and stuff, but
Blasphemy.
blasphemy. Well, here's what I'm saying. If they do a CGI version of him, what I'm thinking of is, won't their family be like, "What is this like
Exactly.
abomination of my?"
Exactly. They're gonna be like, well, that seems a little.
Yeah, that's not my Chadwick. The family will
Right.
probably think that. I don't know if that, or maybe the family will do a 180 and they'll be like, "I love this tribute." I don't know. Who knows?
I mean, maybe.
Consult them first.
Yeah, I think you would have to consult.
They've
them.
already said it's not happening.
Yeah.
So I'm not upset with the call. I mean, I think they did it with Paul Walker in Fast and the Furious, and I
Yeah.
mean that they did the whole second half of that movie with him like that.
Well, I was telling you too, on the new Kevin Hart Netflix thing, there's an episode where he's on the phone with Chadwick Boseman, and like they have a whole conversation. You hear, as soon as I heard his voice, I was like, oh, like it's like I've rewatched Black Panther 3 times, and it's like, okay, I've already seen this, but hearing his voice all over again for the first time in something else was like, oh, made me sad.
Yeah, I don't know, Chadwick. Ugh.
I say I'm not mad. I think it's the right call for his memory.
Yeah,
Sorry about the black screen there. We had a third camera, and it wasn't very good, so I had a little blackout there.
kind of looks like an alien orb from like a movie. I don't know.
Because Black Lives Matter. That's why we do it.
True,
Black lives do matter. No justice, no peace.
but not Asian lives, obviously.
Why would you say that?
We're gonna get like an
That's
email.
it. That's it. We're
What
canceling.
is what is that in the movie Ted where they're like, oh, let's have a restaurant? Yeah, no Jews though. It's like, yeah. Why do you have to say it?
Ted is so.
I'm not saying it. You said it.
Staying in the world of Marvel, in my last movie story, the Daredevil show starring Charlie Cox was canceled on Netflix on November 29th, 2018. Under the terms of the Marvel Netflix deal, Marvel Studios wasn't able to use the character in any of their movies or TV shows until a 2-year hold following the cancellation expired. Now that the 2 years are almost up, fans are urging Marvel to use the character with the rest of his MCU counterparts before Netflix drops like a surprise 4th season or something half-assed to keep the rights. And they're also making it very, very clear that they want Charlie Cox to come back and reprise the role. The full thread can be seen on Twitter with the hashtag #SaveDaredevil. Alongside that, they're urging fans to list reasons why Daredevil should return to Marvel.
Ready? Boom. In one of the comics, Daredevil gets hurt. Black Panther goes to Harlem to take over for him.
Oh, what is going on?
You just spun that right there. Now Shuri takes
you're-
over and takes care of Wakanda.
you're saying-
we have Black Panther 2 where Shuri takes care of Wakanda. don't put him in the movie, but he's technically in
So you just
that
say
area.
where'd Black
you're-
Panther go, and it's like
So you're
then
saying send
bring him
Black
back.
Panther to go be Daredevil?
Not to be Daredevil, but he's the protector of Harlem basically while he's injured.
Well, Hell's Kitchen.
Hell's Kitchen. Yeah, I thought, why did I think Harlem?
and then
Harlem is,
what
yeah,
do they kill
Luke
Black
Cage.
Panther off in Hell's Kitchen?
Yeah, well, I mean,
That's the thing. So you can't make a
like
you can't make a Daredevil movie now because he's
injured, but then he comes back, and then we introduce him
Okay.
after Black Panther 2.
He goes down to the bottom of the sea to fix the tremors, and then he dies, and then Shuri takes over.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
you know what?
You made me sad.
I was gonna say that's probably
I'm gonna
the
say it,
most
though,
likely.
Black Panther would be a huge upgrade to Daredevil as far as protecting that region. That's just my opinion. That's my opinion.
Yeah, you just got like the most powerful like super soldier from
Yeah.
Just
Wakanda.
switch him
And
out for a blind dude. Let's do it.
I love Daredevil, but like he's not fighting Thanos anytime soon.
No.
But Black Panther actually was like trying to fight Thanos, so I don't know.
And he actually has like enhancement.
Yeah.
herbs.
Yeah.
And why does he swim to the bottom of the ocean? Black people can't swim.
Well, didn't you? They teased it in Infinity War with like an earthquake at the bottom of the ocean, and Black Widow's like, "Well, what do we do? What do we do about that?" And she's like, "It's an earthquake at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
We fix it by doing nothing." That was a teaser for Namor the Submariner, who is a classic enemy to Wakanda, who ends up being a hero in the future. So that was the tease, and now they're thinking when war first breaks out with Wakanda and Atlantis, T'Challa will die, like protecting Wakanda somehow, and then Shuri will take over, and then obviously we can kind of assume that maybe Namor and Shuri will come together to face a bigger evil.
Okay.
So
That's my kind of theory, my half cocked theory.
But let's be real. On Challenge Day, M'Baku's going to mess her up.
M'Baku.
M'Baku will mess her up.
Shout out to
And we will have
Endgame
the
right
great gorilla be the Black Panther.
Just real quick note here for TV. I only have one quick story. It's not even a news story. It's just more of a side note. Since Mike and Tanner will not watch The Mandalorian, I can't say much about it, unfortunately. But the most recent episode was fire, dude.
Did the internet ruin Baby Yoda's name for you?
What do you mean?
What it is? It has a name now.
Oh, I do not tell.
Okay, I'm not telling
won't
you.
tell you.
The internet ruined it for me,
The-
so
I say if you haven't been spoiled, I won't spoil it.
I won't
for you.
spoil it.
Anna, we need to start that tomorrow.
So I will go on record saying that I loved last week's episode, man. And longtime fans of Star Wars, the Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels, probably guaranteed to love it as well. So, man, oh man.
yeah.
Get
I got
on
some
it.
other stuff spoiled for me as well, but I won't say anything about that.
Yeah, no, don't spoil anything. But
So I told my lady friend if we don't get like 2 to 3 episodes in tonight, that she was going to be single. So I say you do the same thing to Anna.
Yeah, Anna, clock's ticking.
It is.
Clock's ticking. Where are we? Let's see. Yeah, shout out to watching Endgame while we're talking about Marvel, by the way.
oh, dude,
Let's go, Blake. Get it.
that's like super meta, dude. That's like way awesome.
That's way I love Endgame, but don't make me cry again. Why are we talking about sad things?
I've never. I cry every time I watch that movie.
It's like a last 24 hours. They just cried enough for the whole year, I feel like. Thanks a lot, Kyle.
Thanks a lot, Kyle. And then when you shaved the beard, I cried again. I don't know.
I don't know. I like the dimples now.
It's true. It's
They're
kinda,
cute.
Kind of cute.
So, like I said, that's all I kind of got. Watch The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Let's roll into video games. We'll wrap up the news quick, and then we'll do our conversational piece. And
Oh, we're
And
not
we'll
doing
do-
the Disney.
we'll do the tournament after the
Oh,
news. Just
okay.
because it's a short news week, we can knock it out quick.
I knew that. I was just testing you.
I appreciate you testing me. So,
Try Jesus.
The launch of Sony's fifth coming console has been messy, to say the least. From the early pre-order debacle to robots buying up all the stock and then reselling them for double the price or even more, Sony has kind of dropped the ball on this launch, even though it has been super successful. But Sony has now confirmed that more consoles will be returning to the stock before the end of the year. Quote, "We want to thank gamers everywhere for making the PlayStation 5 launch our biggest console launch ever." Sony tweeted from its PlayStation Twitter account, demand for the PlayStation 5 is unprecedented, so we wanted to confirm that more PS5 inventory will be coming to retailers before the end of the year. please stay in touch with your local retailers. Now, whether or not this means you'll be able to snag one before robots do is unclear, but it's nice to know that you will get another opportunity to try and snag one, and I assume Xbox is probably a pretty similar situation. Before the end of the year, you
Sure.
can probably expect to see some. It's been nasty, to say the least, for people trying to get a new console.
Dude, the SWAT should track those people down who buy like 100 of them.
I don't understand why Walmart didn't just limit like one per card
Yeah.
or something along those lines, one per credit card,
Yeah.
and call that. Like, it can't be that hard to do. I guess I don't really know much about
Yeah.
all of that stuff, but
So what you're saying, like the online stuff that you do on PS5, like the online gaming, people bought like the passes for the online gaming already, and they're trying to sell them for like $1,500 or something like that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Sorry.
It's something I just read. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but
Black Widow still alive. Black Widow's still alive, everyone, by the way.
Yeah, the floor was cotton candy.
And the floor was kind
can we not talk about kissing in the chat room, please?
PG-13.
Get a room,
Okay, we'll make it PG. Sorry.
not a chat room.
Not a chat room. We're in a room.
Don't want to know what else you guys do when we're not around.
So we're all familiar with Monster Hunter World, the movie coming out. We watched the trailer. Tanner's
Trailer
pretty pumped.
ever, dude.
T.I.'s my hero.
Ti, bring it on. ATL. So the Resident Evil film star Mila Jovovich, who is also starring in Monster Hunter World, her monster hunting character Artemis from the upcoming movie will be headed to Monster Hunter World. Her character will make a guest appearance in a 2-part event quest where she'll be voiced by the actress herself. The Monster Honeymoon is what I want to say.
No.
The Monster Hunter World movie tie-in will begin on December 4th.
That's exciting.
Even though you messed that up, you know what's a real good thing that you just came up with there? You know how they had Monsters Inc. and Monsters Inc. University? Monsters
Monster
Inc. Honeymoon.
Monster
Oh,
Honeymoon.
You just did something there.
That could be.
You put that energy into the
Yeah, dude,
universe,
Mike
man.
Wazowski makes it with that like, super hot Medusa chick.
They'd have to make that rated PG-13 at least.
At least.
At least.
I can't go see it. It's too much.
Yeah. Your girl will have to close your eyes at the scenes you shouldn't see.
Yeah, for sure. Super hyped about that Monster Hunter thing, though. I'm not going to get the online
Yeah,
and play the
it's-
game, but
It should be cool.
the movie. I'm more excited.
Even to be voiced by her as well.
Yeah.
That's really awesome of her to do.
So you said that movie comes out December 4th, or is that
No, the event.
Oh,
The event.
sorry.
The movie comes out on Christmas.
Oh,
Yep, December 25th.
Can we all go?
that would actually be.
That would be fun.
I think we should all go.
If we have theaters open, I think we still do. We should go.
I think we should do it.
I think yeah.
No
We'll
girls
wear-
allowed.
Up and
Well-
we'll wear our masks and it'll be great.
Rated R. Oh, I get it. R, like the monster noise.
Rated R.
I get it. That's cute.
He said chat is lit tonight.
You heard him. Chat's lit, man. So if you're listening, go to the chat.
Yeah,
Light it up.
I'd be down. Yeah. Hey,
we're all going.
the more the merrier.
The more the merrier. Speaking of more the merrier, the more free games we get, the better. Am I right, boys? PlayStation Plus subscribers get access to 3 games in December as part of their subscription: Just Cause 4, Rocket Arena, and Worms Rumble. All 3 games will be available to download on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 from December 1st through January 4th. Have you ever played Worms?
No.
Oh, it's so awesome.
I'm looking it
What's
up.
the worm
bro.
game that I'm thinking of, though?
Oh,
It's
it
a dude that's a worm.
comes up immediately.
What's the dude that I'm thinking of?
Earthworm Joe?
Yeah,
Or
Earthworm Jim. Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of.
So Worms is so much. It's a strategy game where you face off on 2 sides of a battlefield against a buddy or the computer.
Okay.
And you basically earn different types of weapons like rocket launchers, guns, stinking bow and arrows, whatever it is.
Okay.
There's even an atomic bomb.
I
all
see
sorts
that
of
right
stuff.
now. Yeah.
Like it is.
Bow and arrow guy myself.
It is super fun, and believe me, I'm gonna be downloading this like right off the bat. Like, I remember when I was a kid, my uncle showed me Worms on his PC, and then me and my cousin played Worms like on his PC, hours and hours and hours until the freaking early morning.
I'll look up Rocket.
So fun.
That looks fun. Rocket Arena. It's not Rocket League.
Until you've been looking up
No,
Robbie
it's not
Lawler a whole
Rocket
bunch.
League. Rocket Arena is
Looking up
more
what?
of a-
Robbie Lawler a whole bunch.
Oh, yeah.
As soon as you hit R, that's the first thing that went up.
Why
Robbie Lawler
porn?
shirtless.
Shirtless. Specifically only shirtless. Well, Anna asked, because at the Blue Rock Cafe, sorry, side note,
No, go ahead.
She beat Robbie Lawler in an arm wrestling competition, you know.
Oh, of course you beat him.
Of course she beat him. But we got pictures of it, and she's like, "Who's that random UFC fighter I beat?" And I'm like, "You mean the champion Robbie Lawler?"
Get your life together,
Get your
girl.
life together.
Yeah, I
Anna.
suppose he probably didn't tap to her either.
Yeah. And then he just tells everyone, "Yeah, it was BS. The ref called it to her."
BS, yeah. Obviously, I won.
I'm like, "It's an arm wrestling."
I put a thumbs up.
Said
It was an
fine.
arm wrestle.
I don't care if I was sleeping. I said I was fine.
Love you, Robbie. If you ever listen to this, don't kill me.
So yeah, go and get those free games starting December 1st.
Rocket Arena looks kind of fun.
Yeah, it looks like a fun game, man. And then Just Cause 4 is obviously wild and zany and fun.
Yeah.
So, Fallout 76 players will be pretty happy this week. The Steel Dawn update has published early. Originally, the Brotherhood of Steel patch was meant to be released on December 1st. However, circumstances changed after the update was pushed to Xbox early. The Steel Dawn update includes the first part of a massive quest chain similar to April's Wastelanders expansion. The players meet the Brotherhood, gain their trust, and begin to make decisions that'll determine what the Brotherhood of Steel ends up becoming in Appalachia.
Sure.
The Steel Dawn update also has a major addition to players who like to build their camps. Players will now have access to instance shelters, which provide a zone where they can build much more elaborate and detailed bases. These underground shelters can be made to look like comfortable homes, military outposts, or secret agent bases, which is ideal for the game's role-playing and community. Steel Dawn is now out on all platforms, and it is free to download.
That sounds like a major upgrade to Fallout 76.
It's one of the big ones. Like I said, Wastelanders was the really big one where it added NPCs and all of those missions,
Yeah.
because that was the big gripe, is
Yeah.
that there's only robots in the game to begin with, and it's lonely.
You get lonely, yeah.
But with the addition of Wastelanders, it was elevated quite a bit.
To be a little bit fair, it is an apocalypse. You're supposed to get a little bit lonely.
True, and
I feel like BioShock was a little bit lonely.
yeah, and the
Like-
appeal of the game was you were supposed to play with friends. Like it's an
Sure.
online multiplayer
Yeah.
RPG, and the idea of the game is that you were supposed to meet up with your friends and then experience the story and make your own story that way, so on and so forth. And it was really fun. Like we had at one time, I had 5 local friends all in one big group, and I mean we stinking walked around and did all of the events and all of the missions and killed all of the things, and it was
Yeah.
like some of the most fun I've had in an online RPG in a while.
I just remember playing Monster Hunter, and it was years after everybody else played it. So people were like, oh, in order to get past stuff, you have to have friends to play online with. And I was like, oh, everybody played this years ago. I'm just playing it now. So nobody wants to play with me.
Yeah. Well, people still play Monster World Hunter out there.
I suppose.
Right.
None of my friends.
I know Zach still plays it. None of my... Let's see. I should keep that tab. I should always keep a Google tab open.
Always keep it cool.
Yeah, if only you could type faster.
Oh no! Don't tell me this is what is next. Delay corner.
Welcome to the Delay Corner.
Also, hi, Daniel.
Hi, Daniel.
The Watchdog Legion multiplayer has been delayed to an unspecified date in 2021 to start with. And Cuphead's final episode is going to need even more time in the oven. Developer studio MDHR announced on Wednesday that Cuphead, the delicious last course, has been delayed to 2021. The add-on was originally planned for 2019, but was delayed to this year. And now the game's final piece of DLC is slated for release next year.
Oh, I know this game.
It looks so corny.
No, it's actually like horrifying.
Yeah, Cuphead's pretty rough.
It's a horrifying game.
It's tough too. It's hard.
Yeah, it does look tough. Some of the villains that you have to fight, I'm like, this is gonna give me nightmares.
Yeah, the game's a little different for sure.
It is one of the last 2D games that's like, still around. Well, there's other 2D games still around. What am I talking about?
Who knows? What I do know is Assassin's Creed Valhalla update promises some changes to the game for next generation consoles. The biggest part of this update allows PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X versions of the game to run on performance mode, allowing the game to adapt the settings to maintain 60 frames per second consistently. While reports say that both consoles already came close to that mark, the budget Xbox Series S did not. You can also choose quality mode, which lets the game run at maximum resolution for 30 frames per second. So you pretty much sacrifice the frames per second for the resolution.
Have you
Bump.
touched Valhalla yet?
I have not.
All right.
I have not touched it. Have you started?
No.
No?
This week. We'll get it this week.
Yeah, we'll probably start it this week because I platinumed. My first platinum was Miles Morales. I platinumed that on Sunday, and then, like, besides jumping into matches on Call of Duty Cold War, I don't really have much to play right now. The Witcher, but like I said last week, still kind of letting that one.
Should have seen his
incubate.
face when he saw the loading time.
Oh, you should have seen your face when you saw the loading
it was
time.
pretty-
Like
yeah,
the
it was pretty
fast
sad.
travel loading screen. You remember how slow it is?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have
Literally.
time to read the tip.
Like, it's like, oh, here's the tip.
Yeah.
Don't go underwater for the what? And it's
What?
gone.
You don't. Yeah, you don't have time to read
It's
the tip.
ridiculous,
It's
dude.
ridiculous.
Then you go
And
underwater
then you die, and it's like you're right back where you, like
It's crazy
immediately.
awesome, dude.
Well, I saw a tweet that was like, "Well, sorry if I'm not texting you back anymore. There's no such thing as loading screens."
Exactly. Like a lot of breakups.
Yep, a lot of breakups.
What?
You can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I can't hear myself.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Good. I couldn't hear myself.
We don't want to
Really?
hear you, but we can.
Can you still not hear yourself?
Yep. I can hear it now.
Interesting.
All right.
All right. Well, our ploy to get him to stop talking didn't work.
I was about to
Fail.
say, dang it.
So next week on December 8th, Game of the Year contender Doom Eternal will be making its way to the Nintendo Switch.
Ooh.
Although the initial game will be released on the Switch, the DLC Ancient Gods Part 1 will be released at a later date. So, if you have a Switch and you've been looking forward to metal music and slaying demons, you're in luck. December 8th, you'll be able to jump in on that.
That'll be interesting on the Switch.
Oh, yeah, brother. With that, I will wrap up the news. There is nothing left for me to talk about news-wise. So we will jump up to our Disney movie tournament. You know what it is. If you watch every week, you know that last week we had a really tough matchup in Bambi and Dumbo, right? And
Yeah.
then Cinderella and Princess and the Frog.
Dude, I think that was a heavyweight bout, personally.
That was a heavyweight bout.
That was a heavyweight bout.
Like I think I had some of the most trouble picking in
And
that
I watched it
particularly Cinderella.
I considered changing my vote
You
because I
did
hadn't seen
consider
it.
it. You
but,
did consider it.
but I ended up not changing my vote.
Oh man,
My question is, do we have any heavyweight bouts this week? I don't know if these are heavyweight.
I don't know if they're heavyweights,
Middleweight.
but I'd say middleweight. Yeah.
Welterweight.
Well,
So as we know, Cinderella moved on and Bambi moved on.
Yep.
But this week, we will have. What do I got? Alice in Wonderland, the original Magnificent Dream, taking on the Sword and the Stone, King Arthur. Man.
King Arthur.
King Arthur himself. Oh, that's what I said. A wild dream takes on a scrawny king.
Oh, yeah.
Writing.
I like it.
Poet.
Quote.
So again, we're going to go through the 7 talking points that I got here. Plot, villain, hero, support, soundtrack, sequel quality, and personal attachment. That's what we're going to go through to kind of talk about it. We're not going to give each a point from these, but these are meant to make us think about the movie and remember things that we might not have remembered before, or sway our vote.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Well, I've seen most of these recently, so.
So the plot, we'll start with Alice in Wonderland. The plot of Alice in Wonderland is the rabbit hole. The rabbit hole. Yep, it's fairly simple. Alice is studying with her tutor. Like I just watched these like 2 days ago, so I'm pretty fresh in my mind.
Good.
She's studying with her tutor. Doesn't want any order. If it was up to her, it would be all nonsense, in her words. And then she follows a white rabbit who's late,
Mhm.
Very,
ironically,
very late.
down a rabbit hole and through dimension into Wonderland. And chaos ensues. She pretty much goes through, meets a bunch of wacky characters before deciding that she wants to, get home.
Wants to stop doing drugs.
Wants to stop doing drugs, wants to go home.
This is becoming a bad trip.
And the best way to get home, as said by the Cheshire Cat, is to talk to the Queen of Hearts.
Yeah.
Mistake.
Yeah.
Big old mistake.
And that's essentially the plot of that movie. Is I think the underlining like honestly, when I watched it, I thought the underlining like message of that movie is kind of like it's all fun and games, you know, but like when you're so and wrapped up in nonsense constantly, it takes its toll, man. Like you need to have the balance of
Structure.
structure, of nonsense and reality, because eventually it just gets too much for her. She just gets
I can
tired
see
of
that.
being in Wonderland and she wants to go home.
It was kind of vague as far as the plot goes, but I would agree that'd be the most.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Man, I'd want to go home as soon as that centipede blew smoke in my face 15 times. I want to go home
Who
now.
are you?
Quit blowing that in my face, bro.
Step off, bro.
Yeah, she even starts to contradict things in the movie later on that she said in the beginning. Things like, this doesn't make sense, blah, blah, blah. It needs to be this way. That's not how this works. Well, in this world that you've created, that's not how it works.
Yeah.
So,
Well, Sword in the Stone plot. Are we moving on to that now?
yeah.
Or are we still talking
We
about
can do
it?
it that way.
We'll do that.
Or would
do
you
it.
rather do one movie? How would you
Do
rather?
one movie all the way through first.
Okay, yeah.
So
yeah.
the villain of this one, Queen of Hearts, probably,
Yep.
I would
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
That's probably the big bad. I mean, honestly, the Cheshire Cat kind of like stirs most of
He's
the pot
kind of a
there.
dick. We'll
He's
give
a,
him that. He's a dick.
I'll say he's an instigator. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a dick.
Definitely an instigator, but he wasn't trying to, cut her head
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
So,
There's a lot of those
Also,
kind of
the-
mini villains.
The
though.
Queen of Hearts in like the remake, the live action one, way eviler than the other one. The other one's pretty
remember-
tame.
you remember who plays her?
Yeah. Who played her?
Oh, hold on. Don't tell me.
I'll give you a hint. She's a vampire.
Oh, is she that terrible at? No. Who is it?
Helena Bonham Carter. Come on.
Ah,
Yeah, we
shit.
just talked about that. Was
Come
the
on.
promo clip from
When,
last week?
when did we talk
The one
about
from Fight Club?
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah,
because Tanner was like that vampire.
She's a
She's a
vampire.
vampire, man.
It was confirmed.
When
She was a
when you
vampire.
said that, I was like, please don't tell me it's the girl from Twilight, my guy.
So the Queen of Hearts is pretty much awful, I would say.
Yep.
Moving
with her head.
on.
Off with her head.
Off with their heads, just because you made her mad.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit upset.
A little bit.
Moving on to the hero, Alice. Kind of frivolous, kind of immature. Granted, she's a young kid,
Yeah.
but I don't really think she does much heroics in this movie. Like, it's just a whole lot of like blissful ignorance, I think.
We know
More
who the
like a
hero.
whole bunch
We know
of,
who
like-
the hero was in this.
More like a whole bunch of close encounters, close escapes.
Right.
Yeah.
Like not really like doing heroic things, but more or less just
Who's the real
surviving
hero?
things.
Johnny Depp. I know it's
Not
not
the
Johnny.
version we're talking about.
Well, I guess yeah, that's not really a sequel. I was gonna say,
We can kind of lump it in, though. I mean, if it's got popular remakes, then
is the
It's
white
deserved
rat
to be.
the white? No, that's supporting. We'll talk about that in support. Sorry.
fair enough.
Continue.
So we'll just talk about the Alice, I suppose. I don't know. There's not much to say about her. Like you said, she's whimsical and kind of
Kind of a little crybaby.
yeah.
Yeah, she cries. Well, she only cries once, I think, like right at the beginning when she's big.
I always hated that part in Kingdom Hearts. Getting big and then small and big and then small and the room
Yeah.
flips upside down. Freaking hate that part.
Yeah. Drugs are good for you. Are they?
I heard that.
Some drugs might be actually.
All right, well, with that being said, let's move into support since we kind of got a feel for who Alice is. Not a very heroic person. Doesn't
of
really
support.
have the opportunity to be heroic, though,
Yeah.
in her defense.
But she's got quite a bit of support though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I
In
like.
every stage of the
certainly
movie. it's
not
like
a
almost
bad
somebody-
character, but
Yeah. I feel like somebody's helping her at like every stage of the movie
Yeah.
almost.
right.
Well, like yeah, true. For the next one, support.
Support.
strong.
So.
Oh yeah, support. I thought we were there.
Strong support. You have the Hare, the Mad Hatter,
Yeah.
the White Rabbit.
Twins.
Yeah, Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
Yeah.
There's a lot of support characters in here. Nobody that really sticks with her beginning to end, though. It's a lot of meeting people along the way.
Was the Mad Hatter not like for a long? I thought he was like with.
No,
her for
you
a-
only get the tea party with him, and then he shows up at the trial hearing
Oh,
at the end.
yep.
Yeah, he's mad as a hatter, man.
Mad.
So
is
what is it? The March Hare. Yeah. So the March Hare and the Mad Hatter are both having a tea party, and they won't let her drink any tea.
he? Really? Did I tell you for last Halloween I was Mad Hatter and Anna was Alice?
Oh, wow,
she
cool.
homemade the
Aw,
costumes and it
that's
was
cute.
amazing.
Yeah, I could see it, man. I can see it.
I need her to make me a Maui
She should have been
costume.
Alice. She should have been Alice, and you should have been Captain Hook. But I said what I said.
But it's-
It's like those two don't go together. Peter Pan and Wendy.
right?
Yeah, so support, yeah. Like I said, she had a lot of support, but not consistent support. I would say the most consistent character she sees throughout that movie is the Cheshire Cat, who's awful at supporting her.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Let's see. Are you guys just reading?
They wouldn't be wrong,
They wouldn't be wrong.
They would not be wrong.
If I dress up as a pirate, that's all anyone's going to say.
and they would not be wrong.
Gay butt pirate.
Butt touching apart.
But touching the part,
Butt touch.
Soundtracks.
Soundtrack.
there is not a ton.
Do you count I'm Late? Is that a song? For a very important.
I mean, I would say, yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's a
it's,
very-
I wouldn't
Does
say
it get
it's
stuck
like,
in your head sometimes?
Yes, it does.
All right then.
then I suppose that would count. What other? I can't really. I just watched it and I can't think of.
There's not a whole lot really. It's
That's
Sure
the
that.
only real thing I can think of.
well, there's less songs and more ominous tones. Dun. That's the movie.
True.
Yeah, you're right.
Soundtrack is just unfair for some movies because
It is, and that's why I didn't want to judge these
Yeah,
categories as kind of talking points. I just kind of wanted them to be conversational pieces,
sure.
so that it's not like Alice in Wonderland goes up against Moana and later's
Murdered.
and just gets murdered because she
Yeah.
doesn't have any songs.
Yeah, it just gets destroyed. Well, but it's still something to take into account.
Right. It is, and it's a good conversational piece. How memorable the songs are.
Yeah.
And I forgot to mention, I was saying to Tanner earlier when we did Snow White in round one, we forgot about Hi Ho, man.
Oh, duh.
That's probably
That-
one of the
that gets
biggest
stuck in
songs
everybody's
ever.
head.
Yeah, it gets everybody's. Off to work we go. Can't believe we forgot that
I
one.
was saying I shot my teacher in the toe.
I still would have voted the same way I voted, though. Honestly.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I got some dirty looks at Thanksgiving for eliminating Snow White.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like, how dare you?
How
You get no apple pie, and the birds outside don't love you.
So sequel quality. Neither of these movies have a sequel besides remakes. I mean,
Oh,
obviously, The Sword in the Stone has had.
that's a song that was in there.
Oh, Very Merry on Birthday. You're right.
Yeah, very merry.
That's right. Oh, I forgot about that one. That pops up multiple times in the movie too. That's a really good pull. Can't believe I
Do
forgot
without
that.
her.
Yeah. Well, all right, kick me out the chair.
Yeah. Well, we've been talking
I'm
about
telling you, we got a fourth mic now, so you're on, Anna, next week.
She is the Disney expert because she has little nephews. She watches them with.
Oh
her.
man, I love
it.
it.
Anna gets the computer. You get the chair by the door.
See, I just watched it like 2
And the
days ago,
Ducks
and I
cat.
forgot Very Merry on Birthday.
But,
my on
but
birthday
again,
right
it's
now.
like a pretty short song. It's like
Well, yeah, but it just pops up
yeah.
again at the end. It pops up.
Did you just say it was your birthday?
It's my on birthday.
Oh,
It's my Very Merry on Birthday.
it's true. Yeah.
So, like I said, neither of the movies really have sequels. But Alice in Wonderland has spun multiple remakes.
Yeah.
so good too.
And obviously, they're not based on The Sword and the Stone, but King Arthur has a gajillion
Oh
stories.
goodness.
Yeah.
There's one of them I accidentally scrolled by today when I was looking for a kid in King Arthur's court.
Yeah.
That was another one. Yeah.
That's kind of like that's the one where the kid goes back in time or whatever, right?
Yeah. You could do so much with Camelot, honestly.
Oh,
Camelot.
yeah. And then, like, there's the Charlie Hunnam movie. There's all sorts of King Arthur stuff, Sword and the Stone stuff.
Yeah. There's the one with I can't remember.
Do
his
you know
name.
the Sword and the Stone is not Excalibur?
Now I just hate the movie. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine.
It's just a common misconception. That
It is.
old, what is it called when you believe something?
Oh, I was gonna
Mandela
say
effect,
Mandela.
yeah.
I was gonna say Mandalorian.
Yeah, he actually gets Excalibur from the Lady in the Lake.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What's the name of the sword though?
Of the Sword and the Stone? I don't remember.
I don't know. Something less common than Excalibur.
Chat, go ahead and tell us in Well, actually.
I was say, what do we have a guy in the chair for?
Yeah. Well, whatever.
Here's the thing moving on from sequel quality, since there are no sequels, let's just go through personal attachment.
Excalibur. Shut up.
I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I guess. Anyway,
Oh no, Caliburn, whatever. Yeah, it's typically
okay,
the
Calibur is the Sword and the
Sure,
Stone.
sure.
Excalibur front comes from the Lady in the Lake.
this with that knowledge.
I was gonna say I knew I was right because I listen to a lot of mythological podcasts and stuff all day long.
Why do you need two cool swords, King Arthur? Like, share one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Maybe he's a witcher. Maybe he needs a steel one.
He's a witcher. Plot twist.
Plot twist. All right, so personal attachment. Which movies do you just like more? Which movies do you just remember more from your childhood, man? Is it like when you think of the better movie, like what comes to mind? Like,
We should probably do this one after we've gone through.
yeah, we'll make our votes, but I just kind of want you to think about.
Oh yeah.
Like we'll go through Sword in the Stone now with all of these, and then we'll. But I want you to think on,
Yeah.
which one makes you feel better.
Sure.
So the plot of King Arthur and the Sword in the Stone is also kind of loose. I mean, there's not a lot of plot there either. It's a whole lot of
Yeah.
the wizard Merlin kind of teaching Arthur lessons throughout
Like,
the movie.
I feel like in all spin-offs and all movies, and even in this one, Merlin's just a freaking weirdo.
He is a weirdo.
Like, what a weird dude.
He definitely likes to be around kids a lot too.
Like in the one with Keira Knightley, super weird dude, man.
Well, he's kind of like an old crazy wizard. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he I will say I think
He
I
wins the
appreciate.
Wizard's Duel.
I think I yeah. The plot of this I appreciate a little bit more because it's like
Right.
it's like from humble beginnings, and King Arthur was like somebody that everyone kind of bullied and looked down on, and then
But
They even
we
called him
talked about
Wart.
this
Yeah.
Earlier, I was like you said, it's like a whole lot of Merlin turning them into animals. I realized he doesn't even sit down with the dude in the armor and go back to the village till like an hour into the movie, and after that, there's like 20 minutes left.
But
Right,
the
right.
underlining factor that comes with turning into all of those animals is each one is a different lesson. Like it's Merlin teaching Arthur
Okay,
how to not just be a brute,
except for the squirrel on that one was just weird.
which is well
They were just
that was
making
the
out.
whole love thing. Love is the most powerful force in the world,
yeah.
and I think that's what he learned from it.
Love
it's
or
like
infatuation.
He was even
Oh.
like disappointed with Arthur when he comes in and he's like, "I'm going to be a squire," and Merlin's like, "What has been the point of all of this if you're just going to be a brute
Yeah.
idiot?"
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Is
So I kind of agree with you on that one. Like,
Because-
I
well,
like
and
like the humble beginnings,
and the thing was he wasn't allowed to be a knight because you have to come from
royal birth. yeah.
royal birth. Yeah. So he's like, the best I can do is be a squire, and Merlin's like, no.
No, you could be so much more.
Also, I
like,
can turn you into a bird for. Yeah.
Like, how would you like? Yeah, how would you like to be? How would you like to be a fish?
But did you notice there was like a predator every time you turned him into an animal? There
Yep.
was like something trying to kill
Yeah,
him.
some sort of predator or a witch.
Yeah, or a witch.
So, jumping into villains, this kind of falls into the Pinocchio category for me because as they turn into a different animal, like there's a new villain for each
There's like
Yeah.
a coyote
scenario. You got
and
the northern pike, you got the coyote
the hawk.
chasing them, you got the hawk, you got the witch in
And
the
you kinda,
woods.
You kind of have one of the dudes that's trying to stop him from what he's doing.
Yeah, you kind of have
Right.
the not the father, but the guy who owns the castle
Yes.
and,
Yeah.
and his
Yeah.
son. They're kind of bullies to him.
They're kind of bullies. So there's the Pinocchio effect where there's multiple
Yes.
villains.
None of them are that bad though.
No. And here's the way I kind of wish I would have thought about it with Pinocchio is how does each villain stack up against the Queen of Hearts?
Yes.
Like, how does the owner of the castle stack up? How does the Northern
Yes.
Pike? How does the Hawk? How does the Witch? Like, if every one of those villains seems less memorable than the Queen of Hearts, then I think the Queen of Hearts.
Yeah,
I
the
agree
Queen
100%.
Queen of Hearts probably would win this category for me.
The witch is the closest one,
agree.
and that's just because she has a battle with Merlin. But even that, she like loses.
And that
Right,
battle's kind of
right.
fun. That battle's kind of fun.
And
She
battle
cheated
is
from
funny.
the beginning. Come
Yeah,
on.
Yeah,
What a-
she
what a
disappeared
hoe.
right away and then turned into a dragon.
dragon.
How dare you?
What a hoe.
So
But
mad.
how slick my boy Merlin turned it
Yeah.
into a germ, dude.
Yeah,
Oh, slick boy.
slick.
Psych, I transformed into AIDS. And now you have me.
That would have gotten kind of dark.
So
in a kids'
the hero Arthur, I'm gonna go with Pendragon because they never say his last name, but that's what I believe his last name to be.
Yeah.
So again, I mean, I would say Arthur's like more heroic in spirit, but he just also doesn't get the opportunity to be heroic a whole lot in this movie.
Yeah, not till the very end.
Not
But
till
but that's not very heroic.
That's not even very
I mean,
heroic
honestly,
either.
just the is more heroic.
like
than
how he
almost
gra-
anything that Alice
Yeah,
does.
I was about to say,
I like how he grabs it in the light. He's like,
And then he
oh,
lets
he's
go.
like,
And he goes
Yeah.
back,
"Ah."
Yeah. As unheroic as it was, I think it still does beat Alice.
I
'cause
think
what
so
did what
because
did
she
do?
kind of like cries and
Just
She just got lucky.
whines.
She just got
I
lucky.
mean,
Right.
Forget running from the coyote and the hawk and the witch and all that stuff. Just the one defining
Yeah.
pulling the sword out is more heroic than anything she did. So.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Agreed.
Yeah.
I agree. So, soundtrack for this movie again.
Do we skip support?
Oh, we did skip support. You're right. Good call. So support, obviously,
Merlin.
Arthur has Merlin,
Merlin.
and I guess
Forest animals.
forest animals. Various. What is it?
Very-
Archimedes is the owl.
Oh yeah, Archimedes. Yeah. He's kind of begrudgingly like, I hate this kid, but he's saving his life. And
Until he like masters flying. Like once he gets flying down, he's
Yeah.
like, "My word, boy,
yeah,
well done." And then he like
Then
seems,
he likes
and then
him.
he like seems to like him. But I'd say as far as self bettering, Merlin kind of takes the cake because like the whole point of the movie was
Yeah.
to get Arthur to realize that he could be more than just a squire, you know.
yeah. Wins villain, but I misspelled that. Oh no, we're fine. Yeah, like I said, I think the queen wins the villain, but
But yeah, like they're saying, I mean, neither were very huge. Yeah.
yeah.
Um,
So
so I would think Merlin would be the better support
I
character
think
than
so.
the Mad Hatter.
yeah, as much
Well,
as
the opposite the way you did the villain, pretty much. It's
yeah,
Right.
as much as I love the
he
Mad Hatter,
stacks up against all those guys pretty good.
because one of my favorite lines that I wore during it was what was it? It's like, you're completely bonkers, but I'll tell you a secret. All the best people are.
All the best people are. Yeah.
I like that saying.
The original movie. I was gonna say that comes from the.
Is that not in the
It's
original?
Johnny Depp.
Yeah, that comes from the original or the
They
remake.
give him so many inspirational quotes in that movie just because he's playing that character and making him so cool.
I almost thought that was in the book, though. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I guess I could look it up, but it's still a good quote nonetheless.
It is a very good quote. It just came from the remake, not the original. So
Yeah. Support, I gotta give it to Merlin.
yeah, I give it to
Yep.
Sword in the Stone for support as well.
Oh yeah.
So soundtrack.
This is unfair.
This is a little tough because the only one I'm looking at the soundtrack here. The only ones I remember from the movie really are the Higatus Figatus one,
Yeah.
and then the Mad Madam Mimi
Yes. Yeah.
or Mim.
Mad Bad Mim.
What's the one you were saying earlier?
That's from Oliver and Company. Oh, shut up.
Shut up. I thought it was from one of these. Dang.
Spoilers.
So I would think I'm late versus the Higatus Figatus or the Sword in the Stone, the Legend of the Sword in the Stone song. I would say probably a little bit more well known
It's a
in
bit
my
more
book,
well-known.
at least.
I think I have heard Higatus Figatus though.
Yeah.
I think
I've heard it, but like I couldn't, like if I hadn't like rewatched the movie, I might not know exactly where it's from. Whereas I know exactly where I'm
You
late
ain't
for a
catching
very
me saying
important
the
date.
name of that song ever because it's weird.
What's that?
I'm not gonna say it.
Higatus Figatus?
Nope. Won't catch me saying it.
You won't let him. That's the whitest thing he's ever heard. Is Higatus Figatus.
A whole lot of fuckery going on in that song, Tyler. And I want no part of it.
There's a bit of it.
So sequel quality, we kind of went over this
Yeah.
at the same time as Alice. There's been a lot of movies spun off from the King Arthur legend, but none that have come like directly
Yeah.
from this cartoon. I don't think we have a direct
It
remake.
is
yet.
about time they could make a good remake.
They could. They could.
I think the thing too is that the King Arthur with Keira Knightley in it had nothing to do with a sword in a stone at all, and there was Merlin was a wild man
Yeah.
that was like.
They changed the
What was
story of King Arthur every time it's told.
Yeah,
I
Every
feel
single
like.
time.
I feel like that one was more.
He's even in the Netflix anime Seven Deadly Sins.
I feel like though that one was the closest historical adaptation to a person that could be like King Arthur.
Sure.
Was the one with Keira Knightley, but had nothing to do with the cartoon.
I really liked the Charlie Hunnam flick. I don't know if you watched that one.
Fun fact: he did 1,000 push-ups every day to get ready for that
I've
role.
never seen that. Oh, really?
I really liked that flick. It was a good flick. I liked it.
Well, the TV show on Netflix is it? Is that any good? Is it called
Merlin.
Merlin?
I haven't watched
I
Merlin
watched
yet.
Merlin.
I've heard it's good.
I've heard dorky things.
It's probably dorky. It's probably dorky.
All right, well, moving on to personal attachment. Just take a minute to think about the Sword in the Stone and how you feel about everything that we've talked about, how it makes you feel, how memorable it is to you. I will give you a moment of silence to think about these two movies,
This is rough.
and then we will make our votes, man.
This is rough.
This is a very tough one. So
Is it King Arthur with Jude Law?
he was in it.
Oh, Jude Law. Okay.
That's the one with Charlie Hunnam.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
The Jude
Shut
Law.
up, Anna.
Jude Law is in the one with Charlie Hunnam.
yeah. Oh, you guys
Just
said
pay
it the same-
attention to the podcast, Anna.
Anna, ugh.
All right, moment of silence.
Wow, how dare you?
All right, moment of silence over. Mike,
All
what's
right.
your vote?
Oh boy, why are you making me vote
Because
first?
he started last time and I started the first time. So
Okay, so I think that Sword in the Stone won more points than Alice in Wonderland. I really do think that Sword in the Stone had better plot, probably more heroic, probably better support. But as far as personal attachment from my childhood, and this is why we dressed up as it for Halloween.
Right.
Alice in Wonderland's more iconic,
yeah,
and
I agree.
the Mad Hatter's more. This is so
It's a
dumb.
very tough one.
So,
it is.
but are you asking me the childhood personal attachment or which movie that I thought was better? Because I thought Sword in the Stone was better.
make your vote.
But
It takes into account all of that. Like,
Okay.
Like
You're voting, right?
like what you think
Okay,
the better
well,
movie is, but also what
had more
what
childhood?
had more effect and what you think has more effect on people. It's just
I guess
a
I'll
mix
go.
of everything.
I'll go Alice in Wonderland. Although I do think Sword in the Stone was a better movie, I'll put my vote for Alice. It's more iconic in my life.
I agree.
It's more.
You next?
I can go next, sure. Unless you want to go, you can go.
No, you can go.
You go ahead.
No, you go
Camera's on you already.
All right.
Kyle can just be a dictator.
Yeah,
Put the camera
I
on
have to go.
people.
I have to go Alice in Wonderland as well.
Ah,
Cool. That doesn't put any pressure on me.
but you still have to make a
I
vote.
knew what I
I'm
was
gonna
gonna-
still make a vote.
I knew what I was gonna pick. That's why I was like, "You go next," just in case we were gonna have a tiebreaker. I want to be the tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Oh man. I'm gonna make you be the tiebreaker one of these days.
We just do it today.
I was gonna say. Well,
Well,
you
I
guys-
know.
You guys both voted, so
I know.
I gotta. Like I said, I think. I know you think that The Sword in the Stone is the better movie, but I don't think it's the better movie. I
Fair
think
enough.
Alice in Wonderland is the better movie.
Fair enough.
And had more impact on me as a kid. Like, in my personal opinion, I just think there's just so much creativity in that movie.
That's
whereas The Sword in the Stone is just another retelling of the Legend of King Arthur.
You know, weird. I just thought of too. We need another category. Which movie inspired more tattoos by white girls? Alice in Wonderland, hands down.
Tattoos by white girls. Well, there might be one Excalibur out there, mostly on a guy. Though.
Right? I only thought of that because my son's mom has a giant Cheshire cat tattoo on her leg.
Oh, that's
And I was
actually.
like,
jeez.
yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
It inspires the most tattoos.
All right, well, there you have it, boys. By unanimous decision, Alice in Wonderland moves on into the next round.
30-27, 30-27, and 30-26.
30-26. That was Kyle's score.
Eliminating The Sword in the Stone. This was tough because both movies are amazing.
Yeah.
They're pretty good.
Again, this is complete opinion, so don't chew our heads off.
Or try. We don't really care.
Or you can try. I mean, we're heavyweights and
'Cause I got
Mike's real
hands.
tough.
And I'm into that.
You should try.
And I'm just into it.
It's like they're heavyweights and I'm just into it. I like it. Bite.
Bite me.
All right, boys. We got round. Is this? So that was what, 6 and 7, or
Oh, well, yeah. No, I almost want to say that
numbers are?
whatever.
So we got or round 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So it's like round something.
Round 4, I think.
I think it's round 4. Yeah. This one's gonna be a little tougher for me, I think. So
How did these two get matched up
I
against each
have
other?
no idea.
They're so similar.
They are so similar. Like I watched both of them, and I was like, I can't believe how similar these movies are. And then they were randomly put together somehow.
Yeah.
Like it's the same movie.
Right? It was like Snow White and what's
Sleeping Beauty. Like
yeah.
it's kind of crazy. I don't know. I think I'm out of bed.
Your generator has a
I
sense
might
of
have
humor.
had a bad draw. Maybe I should have done it multiple times. So the 6th round goes to the dogs, or the 4th round, or whatever round we're on. It goes to the dogs when
And Kitty Cat.
and the kitty cat, the little tiny cute one. When Lady and the Tramp takes on Oliver and Company. Whoo! Like I said, I don't know how these two got matched up.
Right.
So, let's start with Lady and the Tramp here with plot. So, this is just cut and dry a love story, I think. It's a lot of like a lady living kind of the perfect life until the baby's born, and then things kind of change, and then the husband and wife go away for a couple days, and what's her name comes. We'll get to that in the villains category. And then she kind of meets Tramp or what are they?
Yeah.
He calls him Butch at the
Yeah.
Italian place, but I think he just has different names for different places. But she meets the Tramp, and he kind of takes her on this like free day worth of.
Just looks like a toxic boyfriend to me.
Dude, he's actually
From the
like,
streets.
He's actually
the
like
streets.
boyfriend goals, dog.
Is he?
Yeah, he like fights off all them stray dogs for her.
That's true. He is the perfect. But
He's
he's
got out
from
of
the
rehab. That's all I'm talking about.
I was about to say he's from the streets.
From
So
the streets.
He is from the. He belonged to the streets.
he belongs to
He
So
gave her
after-
one day. He gives lots of other dogs other days too.
So after being caught and thrown into the pound, Lady kind of learns that Tramp is kind of like a ladies' man. Blah blah blah. That's his weakness. That's the only thing that could ever get him caught is being ladies or getting caught up with ladies.
Yeah, how many puppy litters has he created? Just how many?
How many spaghetti noodle kisses have you done?
Yeah, how many spaghetti? That's his move. That's his
That's
classic
his
move.
move. But of course, yep, we get the classic spaghetti scene, man. That's been in every iteration of like romantic parodies since. Like people have done it in movies, other animals. It's like the most classic romantic gesture.
Chat already has their mind made up, and I'm not about it. We haven't even gone over everything, people. I don't know, but they're all.
Blake's gonna get punched.
He is gonna
How
get
dare you,
punched,
Blake.
dude. Just to throw Oliver under the bus like that. Ooh.
people-
Oliver's a saint.
Anyway,
Oliver's a
let's
saint.
just keep talking, and then I'm gonna make my vote. Why should I worry? You know,
Why should I worry?
why should I care? All right, where am I at? So the plot, yeah, she gets out of the pound, so on and so forth. Tramp rescues the baby from a rat, and then gets taken to the pound.
Yep.
After that, and so on, and then he's freed and puppies happily ever after. That's kind of the plot of that one. Like I said, kind of just a basic love story there.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Tyrese and Jody and Baby Boy, if you think about it.
Oh, is it?
Oh, is it?
Oh, please elaborate.
There's just no Snoop Dogg coming in to take care of the babies. That's all.
So the villain in this movie isn't like super clear. I mean, it's kind of Aunt Sarah is her name, who
Yeah.
comes in with her Siamese cats. And then we get also one of the most racist songs in Disney history in the Winged Siamese.
See, I
Where
actually.
they're like
you did it,
super
though. Yeah,
Asian
I
cats.
I was about to say, I actually didn't take that. Well, now I do. I didn't take that song as racist when I first listened to it because I was like, well, they are Siamese.
They
They're
are
staying-
Siamese.
They're
Like,
staying a
But
fact.
they're super like stereotypically like Asian looking
Sure.
cats.
I bet as
Okay.
a kid you weren't worried about the Red Face song either, were you?
I actually was. Even as a kid, I was like, something's wrong with this song.
Something's wrong. You have a good heart, you know that?
Yeah.
But yeah, they have like a gap in their teeth and they have like lines for eyes. It's
Yeah,
like-
okay, that is.
It's pretty bad.
That's
like,
pretty bad.
Having just watched it.
Maybe
the
because
other
as a
day.
kid, I didn't know that was like a.
I didn't recognize a lot of that stuff as a
Yeah.
kid, honestly. That I do now, and I'm like, oh. Especially when I get that warning before a Disney movie, like it'll be like depictions of things that
Yeah.
were made in this time were wrong then and they're wrong now, but we left them the same so that people can learn from the mistakes.
Also, Walt Disney hated Jews.
And what?
As the star shoots over the castle.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just keep that little.
Keep that.
We'll keep that one under lock and key while we talk about the great.
Sorry, chat.
Some of the best movies ever. So yeah, like I said, Aunt Sarah gives Lady a muzzle. That's kind of cold-hearted. Rude. Don't like that. And the cats, destroy the house and then blame it on Lady.
Yeah.
Like not horrifying villains, honestly.
Yeah. Well, no. It's not. It's not
In-
like stealing your
in-
soul and taking it to
In a
hell.
sense, like looking at like the bad, not the bad guy, but like the bad thing is like the pound.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
think about it, like it's not a villain, but it's kind of like the bad thing.
Sure.
It gives you the most dread. It gives you more dread than any of the villains, kind of,
I guess that is.
because you don't know when they're getting out. It's like jail.
And they could kill you in the pound.
And they could.
Real
one
quick.
one
Real fucking quick.
one dog gets taken to the euthanism room. Like
Oh, they actually. I forgot about that.
they don't like show it, but like when Lady's in the pound,
Oh.
they're like, "Yep, he's going through the one-way door."
Oh yeah.
And it's kind of sad, man.
That is kind of sad.
Aw,
They
I
straight up
forgot
just
about
kill somebody
that.
in Disney. Whatever.
No, I mean a lot of people die in Disney. I'm not
That's true.
understanding
Have you seen
why.
Pirates of the Caribbean? People die every 5 seconds. Although that's different. That's not an animated.
So moving on to Hero. This is pretty easy to see why Tramp is a hero.
Yeah.
I mean, he's those, was it 3 stray dogs were about to, attack Lady, and he fought all 3 of them off. And then obviously later in the movie, when the rat sneaks into the baby's room, he follows it in there to chase it out. Obviously, the crib gets knocked over, which is kind of unfortunate, but
That is unfortunate.
he kills the rat and gets impounded for it. Look how they murdered my boy! Oh, what did they do to my boy?
What a hero saving the baby. True. True, Anna.
Saving a baby. Support.
Is Lady support?
So I
or is
would
she a
say-
main character?
I would say they're main characters because they're both in the title. So
Oh, yeah, true.
I would say support would be like,
She doesn't offer a whole lot of help either.
what is it? Trusty.
Yeah, right?
Trusty's the bloodhound. Who's
Oh.
the little Scottish terrier?
Oh, yeah.
Jock, right?
Jock.
Isn't it? No, it's Jock. I think it's just Jock.
Did they give a French name to a Scottish terrier? I don't know. It's kind of
I
weird
don't
to me.
remember. He's definitely Scottish though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then the pound dogs,
No.
when they're in there, I guess could be counted as support characters. But
Or just omens
But
of
not a
doom.
whole lot.
Just-
there's like a stereotypical racist Mexican Chihuahua.
that was in Oliver and Company,
Yeah.
too.
I think you're thinking about it.
No, it was also
it
in
that?
Lady and the Tramp. It's the same movie, Tanner.
It's just
It's just the same movie.
they're like, okay,
Am I getting these movies mixed up now?
Nope, there's a little Chihuahua in both.
yeah. That's funny.
What the hell? Why are the scar?
So when
I love-
when Tramp is taken by animal control, they all chase down the wagon and knock it over. Trusty, gets hit,
Yeah.
and it looks like he dies there for a minute, and you're like, oh no.
Oh, no.
Hey, he's revealed to be okay, but I mean that's a pretty big save,
Yeah.
getting him out of the wagon. So I'd say good support there on Lady and the Tramp's part.
Pretty good support. Yeah.
Oh, all right. So soundtrack, there's kind of really only the one song in Lady and the Tramp that everybody knows, and that's the Bella Notte
Oh, yeah.
song when they're.
Could you sing that for me?
I don't remember the words. I just remember the Bella Notte. I just remember that part.
Yeah. It is beautiful.
I'm a good singer.
I'm a good singer.
I'm a good singer.
I sing real good, boss.
But it's a pretty well-known song, like
Yeah.
very romantic, and obviously it fits the spaghetti scene.
They play it at Johnny Carino's all the time.
Oh, do they?
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
I was like, I haven't been to John Carino's in a fortnight.
In a fortnight.
Feeling a little racist, are we today, Tanner? Every day.
You can be racist against white people. It's fine.
Yeah.
But
Especially if they're
Italians
Italian,
are
yeah.
white. Come on. Okay, I'm sorry.
Caucasian.
They dip everything in marinara. That's the only
Disregard
stereotype I
everything
got.
that was said the last 10 seconds of this podcast.
So sequel quality, Lady and the Tramp did get a sequel, Scamp's Adventures, which is basically
I
about
haven't
their.
seen it.
I haven't seen it either, which is basically about their son. But
Oh, I bet it's cute.
I bet it's very cute.
Scamp.
Little scamp.
Scamp.
Little scampy scamp.
I bet you Anna's seen it. I bet you anything. Yeah, we'll see if she says anything. Seen the sequel to Lady and T. LNT.
Scamp. But yeah, so that's got one sequel,
Yeah.
whereas Oliver and Company doesn't.
Well,
But-
there is that. Yeah.
That is what it
Yeah.
is. And then, other than that, just personal
Which
attachments. So
we'll come back to.
like I said, take a minute while we talk about the next one to think about Lady and the Tramp, what it means to you, and what it means to like culture. How important is it? Like, what does it mean? Personal attachment. Bring it up. So,
Sorry, keep going while
how dare she?
event.
We just have ladies not paying attention anymore. It's whatever.
Typical girls
You're not invited next week now.
of Scamp.
That's it. The wedding is off.
Off.
All right. So, it's Scamp's Adventures, not Adventures of Scamp.
Whatever.
Reshape it. Just kidding. Just kidding. Plot of Oliver and Company. Now, this plot I think is a little more
Intricate.
intricate. It's kind of a ragtag group of strays that have been taken in by one
Like homeless.
homeless-ish dude. Who?
Sweet crib for being a homeless guy. Just saying.
Yeah,
Right?
like in the what is it? In the bottom of a boat, the bow.
It's like the bottom of a
What's it
like
called?
fisher market type thing or something.
Something like
It
that.
probably smell horrible the whole time, but
Probably, but I mean,
It's a home.
it's a home.
and it sounds like he rents it from the villain of the series, and gets behind. So the whole Sykes.
They just said they owed him money. I don't know if they
Right. I don't know if that was for
Drugs.
maybe. I don't know.
looking at his
maybe
teeth.
that's-
Looking at his
Maybe
teeth, it was drugs.
Maybe he's a bookie.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, owed him a lot of money, and the whole point of the movie was to kind of get that money back.
Dogs go and look for stuff, bring it back to him.
Bring it back, and then it kind of gets a little bit more rescue-y as Oliver gets taken by Jenny and Winston.
Yeah.
And taken back to the uptown rich neighborhood.
Where he was happy. Just leave him.
Where he
Leave him
was happy,
alone.
but they didn't know that.
Yeah.
Like, they just saw
They
him
just
get
saw
taken,
that he got kidnapped.
and they were like, he's part of the family. We gotta go and get him.
What was
And they
the-
do,
what
with
was
the help
bulldog's
of
name again? The
Francis.
bulldog. Is it Francis?
Francis.
Francis.
Not
Francis.
Frank. Not Frankie.
Francis.
Francis.
Oi, man, chill out. I do like the whole family, I guess.
Yeah, it's a
yeah, it's
very
cool.
it's a very nice dynamic feel.
Old dorky.
And then so they go and they rescue Oliver with Georgette's help, which is the poodle that lives in the family, the kind of 15-time dog of show champion, snooty, beautiful.
Look at my blue ribbons.
When they're like, "We're not interested in you," and she's like, "Why not?
Why
Do you know who I am?"
little Mexican dude was.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, she was.
Tito.
Tito.
Cheech Marion.
There was like some. She was like implying rape because they broke in and she's like, I knew this day would come. I knew it. And then they're like, and then the guy's like, I'm not here for you. And she's like, well, why not?
Well, why not? Do you know who I am?
And I said, I said to Anna, I'm like, this is typical girls. They're rejecting you up until the point when you reject them. And they're like, well, do you know who I am?
It's like, what? Well, why?
Yeah.
Tell me why.
Tanner knows it's true.
I was
She's like,
thinking
I'm
of it, I
just
was like,
gonna, I'm just gonna stay quiet. So yeah, it ends up being multiple rescue stories to rescue Oliver, to rescue Jenny, to rescue, I think it's Finis or something is the guy's name, to rescue him from Sykes. There's a whole lot of rescue.
Can I say a side note? He's behind on his payments and poor. You would be a billionaire with dogs that smart that can
Yes.
do all that stuff for
that
you.
can do that? Yeah.
I'm just starting a business here where I train people's dogs to go steal and find valuable things.
They can also pull up chairs for you and get the remote and turn on everything for you.
Bring you a lamp.
They're as smart as humans, by the way. I know it's a Disney movie, but it's like this guy would be so rich.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if only you just, took him to like the circus.
Yeah, even if he was in a circus
Or
and
like
did shows.
Or like anywhere.
Like, look what I can make these dogs do by throwing a whole bag of treats on the floor. And then he lays down and they just recline for him, bring up a lamp, give him a book.
He could sell one of those dogs and make at least like
Oh man.
50 grand.
Easy.
Oh, English Bulldog's worth 2 alone.
Right.
That's what they go for.
But you can't
Can
break
we
up
just
the family.
I just want to do a quick shout out to like this awesome voice cast from this movie. Like
Yes.
Billy Joel plays Dodger, Bette Midler plays Georgette, Cheech Marion plays Tito. Like there's some heavy hitters in this one. There's a really, really awesome voice cast for this movie.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh-oh.
So, we didn't go over villain, or did we go over villain? We kind
Nope,
of
we're jumping in now. So Sykes is the big villain, and then obviously
The dog.
the two Doberman,
which is Roscoe,
Roscoe and
some weird name, a Pericles.
It's got it's like a, it's I want to say it's like a ghetto name too.
It probably is. One of them had like
Roscoe and Quantavius. I have no idea.
Davies.
one of them did have an aggressively African American
Yeah.
voice.
They did.
Who?
DeSoto.
DeSoto. Yes.
Roscoe and DeSoto. Those are the two villains.
Roscoe. Why didn't I think of that? My cousin's name's Roscoe.
Yeah.
Well, Roscoe's the one we knew. DeSoto was the one we couldn't think
I
of.
know, but I'm like, why didn't I attribute that
Yeah.
to being the black name when it's my cousin's name?
Fair enough. So Roscoe and DeSoto, very awesome. Sykes, very terrifying. as
I liked
villains.
those villains.
Kidnapped a child.
Yeah. I was gonna say
He
that,
had kind of a kingpin look to him. Like,
Yeah,
from like the old
definitely.
Spider-Man. Yeah.
those villains were
Yeah.
a bit more harsh than the villains from Lady and the
For-
Tramp.
Oh, they were
For
terrifying.
sure.
They made them terrifying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were great, dude. And there's
Just
even a moment where he's like, "Well, start at the knuckles, but don't kill him yet."
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the
Right.
phone, he's like, "What?"
Yeah.
The muzzles of the dogs, they kind of reminded me of Cerberus from Hercules. Like,
Yeah,
just
a little
two
bit.
of
Yeah.
them instead of 3. You know, it looked like when they were
Yeah.
doing their stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So I think anytime you want to kidnap a child, that's pretty horrible.
Oh, he also said, "Did you put the cement shoes on him?" Good.
Yeah, good. Yeah, he's pretty He's pretty horrible.
If a guy owes
He's
you
your
money,
typical mob boss, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah.
So support. So again,
Oh, this.
Oliver and Company like smokes on support
yeah.
here. I think.
I mean, if you call Dodger and Oliver like the main characters, like look at the support they have. It's ridiculous.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's
Ridiculous.
well, and the whole family. They just all help. Like
You
the
could even-
second Oliver is gone.
And
Like,
they
they
just
don't
know
even
him a
try
day.
they don't even try and blame him for what happened.
They
They
stop
don't-
their whole mission. Let's go get stuff and
Like-
get money or get valuable things. Nope, we're gonna go get him back
Like
now.
we'll go
Stop
get
everything.
Oliver, and then we'll go get money. Like that's how they prioritized it. Like that can't be beat. in my
The
opinion.
character
Like,
development for the homeless dude or whatever was great
Yeah.
because he felt so guilty about doing something so wrong.
well, right, especially at the end when she like brings her piggy bank and she's like,
Yeah.
"This is all I have to
Yeah.
give the guy who took my kitten," and he's like,
Stop! You're making me cry again.
Yeah, stop it.
I was like, "Oh man, like
She was awesome,
he's a good guy." After
and she's
all.
a supporting character.
because he was never really a bad guy. He was just desperate,
Yeah.
and
She's a
ransoming
good
off a
support-
cat.
She's a decent supporting character too.
She is.
She is.
She's a great supporting.
She made him that giant Oreo sundae. As
Yeah.
soon as she got Oliver. back
Whatever
in the
that
house.
thing was, I thought it was like pancake batter.
That thing,
Pancake batter with whipped cream on top. What's up?
everyone at home, that will kill your dog. Do not
Yeah,
give
don't,
that to
don't do that. There's also a scene where Francis is eating chocolates out of Georgette's. Like, don't let them do that either. For the record, dogs should not eat chocolate ever.
Yeah,
How many dogs have died because of this movie?
that's a good point.
Some English bulldog was like, "Well, he's doing it."
That's true. Anna did have to hold me when those dogs came into scene. Roscoe and DeSoto.
Yeah, Roscoe and DeSoto are terrifying.
So then after this, DreamWorks came out with the movie All Dogs Go to Heaven because so many dogs were dying from chocolate consumption.
Hey, FBI.
Kids feel better about what they did.
Disney texts you, stay where you are.
FBI, like, don't
Don't
move. So soundtrack,
Sing it. Sing it.
I can't sing it copyright. But why should I worry? Why should I care? Oh, I love that one song.
Yeah.
He's just been walking around the house singing all day, and I've just been
I
singing.
got streets out my fair. Oh, man.
There's a lot of decent songs.
There are a lot of good songs. Me and You that she sings with Oliver on the
that
piano.
like intro one when he's running around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
And
was the
then-
one the high class dog sings when all the dogs?
Oh, Perfect is Me,
Yeah,
or whatever
Perfect
it's
is Me,
called.
yeah.
Something Fergalicious or something.
Like Pretty is
Yeah.
pretty, but perfect is me.
Yeah.
So this soundtrack is awesome, and I love the Oliver and Company soundtrack.
Yeah, that's probably true. Not that's how we know that chocolate's bad for dogs when that came out.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Everyone's dogs.
It's okay though. All dogs go to heaven.
That's true. We do know this.
Yeah, no sequel, right?
Oliver and Company did not have a sequel, so not
can't
much
really-
to talk about
I
there.
guess you could.
But like I said, I don't hold that against them. Like,
No,
No,
it was a good one-off.
it was just a good movie, so why?
That's what they should have done with Mulan. It's a good one-off.
Agreed. Like
Stop.
Mulan 2, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when we get to that,
I mean, they made like a TV sequel, but
did they? It's like a
Dog.
TV show.
cat dog.
Oh, you better get out of here, dude.
get.
You better get out of here, dude.
Cat dog.
So again, we're back to personal attachment. So if you just think of these two movies, how they feel to you, how you think they feel to the world, what's more important, which one you think is
Such a hard
better.
decision for him.
It's
He's
just
covering his
kinda-
face over there.
It's a very,
Right, yeah.
very,
It's
very, very, very tough one.
This is hard. This is tough.
It's so hard. But
Oh boy.
go ahead and take a minute and think about it.
Don't make me go first this time.
I'm gonna go first. Oliver and Company. That's my vote. I can't. I think it's just the family aspect of the movie mixed with how,
Oh boy.
man, oh man, how
So I'm going. This is going to be a cop out because I'm going to do the same thing I did last time. I a little bit thought Oliver and Company was the better movie, but as far as iconic and to me, I got to give my vote to Lady and the Tramp.
right.
But
I get the tiebreaker.
yeah,
Just what you didn't want.
I've been waiting for this.
I know it's a cop out because I'm giving both movies such credit, but like,
No, I hear you. It's just had because such a big part of voting on these movies is the personal attachment
Yeah.
you feel for them too. Because
And
I
as
mean,
much
like I
as-
said, our winner is going to be different from somebody else's winner because without a doubt,
Yeah.
Sleeping Beauty would have been better than,
yeah,
or Snow White would have been better than Sleeping Beauty. Like
for somebody else.
no two lists are ever going to be the same, but I respect
What?
that.
You said Lady in the Anna. You said Lady in the Tramp was. Oh,
Are you just voting for her? Are you just a mouthpiece right now?
yeah. I'm a
Alright, so
puppet.
I'm gonna
the
make my vote.
strings.
And with my vote, I would like to say, fuck you, Blake, and fuck you, Mike. Oliver and Company.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh. I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
I'm like, I took like a deep breath because I didn't know what you were gonna pick. I was like, "Ooh."
I tried to throw that extra fuck you, Blake, in there for him making that pick at the beginning.
Yeah, he was like Lady in the Tramp, and then Anna said Lady in the Tramp all the way too.
Well, that was a trap. What is it?
Maybe it's because they're both tramps and they could relate.
It's like,
Oh. I'll stab.
I know why I was looking over there. I was going to eyeball the camera, though. Just to say something.
I'll stab him for you later, Anna.
man.
No, I just can't.
I'm mostly talking about Blake, but
Ooh,
But,
you're gonna get
he's
punched.
so,
for
look,
that
he's
one.
so mad he spelled my name wrong. You were all adopted.
You are probably true.
Oh man,
Can we disable the chat?
Kids
Disable the chat.
just disable it. Yeah. So there you have it. 2/3 vote. 2/3 vote for Oliver and Company will advance it to the next round.
I'm not mad.
I'm not mad. I'm so happy because I
I know I voted against it, but I'm
Right.
not mad.
Like, no-
Trees hate you.
so Lady and the Tramp will unfortunately be eliminated.
Peace.
Peace out.
Spaghetti kiss somewhere else.
Very tough decision. I don't think anybody here is like horribly upset with the outcome because both movies are phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, staples in the world. You know, like you think of these movies and you think of
Feel good stuff.
feel good stuff, man. Just brings a tear of joy to your eye.
I do want to hear a preview for next week.
Preview for next week, huh? Man, oh man. He does. All right, well, I can give you a little preview. How's that sound?
At least one of the matchups.
I'm going to give you the first matchup for next week, but not the second because I kind of like to surprise the viewers
He's such a
with
tease.
one of them. Such a tease.
It's like
So
he's
next
wearing
week,
lingerie.
one of my personal favorite movies ever, The Aristocats.
Oh, Aristocats.
We'll
You
go
don't-
up against.
You don't like Aristocats?
No, you mentioned something about this earlier, I'm pretty sure, and I'm trying to remember who it's going against.
101 Dalmatians.
Oh.
And I don't know why all of these animals are stinking going up against each other.
It is cats versus dogs this
but
time.
it is cats versus
so
dogs.
it's a little
this
bit
time.
different.
Everybody wants to be a cat, dude.
Oh, that's going to be a tough one.
That's going to be so hard.
That's a
dude.
heavyweight bout.
That is a heavyweight bout.
We're dog lovers, so
Yes, I understand.
But Aristocats.
But Aristocats,
The song.
dude.
The songs.
Also, I want to say quickly about next week is that when Velocity Entertainment first started, I had a different co-host, my buddy Jesse, and he is the biggest Aristocats fan in the world, and he has requested if he could come on and be a guest for next week's episode.
But if
And I also asked him, because I know he loves it. So
oh, that's
that being
he's just
so-
going to have a biased vote right away.
well,
Well-
I'll say,
Oh, wait, how are we
here's what
gonna
we're gonna have to do.
here's the thing: we're not going to count his vote because he's a guest. It's still going to be us three.
Let's count his vote, and then we can let them vote as well.
Oh,
Tie-
like
as
Twitch chat.
tiebreakers.
Twitch chat gets the
Tiebreaker, yeah.
Yeah.
If it's a tie, Twitch chat gets
Yep.
a tiebreaker.
We could do that.
something.
Yeah.
So, look forward to that. We'll have, hopefully, all things go well. I won't promise anything because, work schedules get messed up and sometimes things fall through. But we're hoping to have Jesse come on the show next week and kind of talk about Aristocats and stuff.
He's an Aristocats expert,
He's,
foremost of his kind.
I was about to say, if we already know where the vote's going for, but it's still nice to have an expert on.
Right, I guess.
I guess.
Awesome. So, we are an hour and 23 minutes into the podcast. Do you guys want to do the conversational piece or you just want to go into sports and then wrap it up?
What do you mean conversation?
Like the crushes.
Oh, should we do crushes
Well,
first?
I think we can hold off till next week. We still got to make picks for this card.
Yeah.
We got
That's
card
what I
picks
mean,
and
like,
Oh,
we're
you
all
mean
kinda-
crushes next week?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can move that over to next week, and then we can kind of
Oh, yeah.
jump into sports this week because
Sure.
we're already almost an hour and a half. So
Sorry, Anna. We're not going to do childhood crushes this time.
look forward to next week when we do childhood crushes.
I do need a little bit more time to think about a couple more of
Oh,
those.
there you go, man. You ask and Kyle giveth.
I had to look up too much stuff about my childhood crushes today, and I almost had to, take a cold shower.
Take a cold shower.
All right, so this is the part of the podcast where we jump into making UFC picks and talking about sports and nerding out about some stuff in the punchy world. So if that's not your Forte, we appreciate you watching, but stick around because Pokemon 20 Questions comes up right after that.
Real quick.
It's like, get out of here, nerds, but come back for Pokemon.
But come back for Pokemon.
But also stay nerds because it could be fun.
All right, boys, why don't you start us off?
Oh.
What do you think?
So let's pull it up here. So are we just going into making
do top three.
top three?
Top three. They're the only ones.
Well, we also have. Oh no, you're right, because that's the whole main card.
Yeah, the other guy that we were talking about that's at heavyweight now is on the prelims, so it doesn't even really whatever.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Well, okay, this one. Ooh. Oh wait, no, we'll start with the right. We start at the bottom.
So I'm gonna take De La Rosa.
I'm such a. I'll go like this. I'm such a De La Rosa fan, but like I said, her last few fights have been boring, and I think she's lost them.
Her oomph.
Wasn't she at one point the champ? And when I say champ, it was kind of like You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Well, here's what I thought happened with her. They made a new weight class, that weight class that never existed, and she was the champ because she had just won the Contender Series. But she didn't actually. And Dana White's like, let's just make her the sitting champ. But it only lasted for like a month, and everyone was like, that's dumb. She won the Contender Series, so now she.
Did she ever fight Joanna?
No, she dropped out. She's like, I'm not gonna.
Let's say because I feel like
She
first
never
person to hold that belt was Carla Esparza.
possibly. Hold on, let me just.
Because I think you're getting Esparza and De La Rosa confused.
Maybe you're right.
Yeah. And I feel like Esparza held the belt originally, and then Joanna Jędrzejczyk took it from her.
Let's see if she. I'm almost positive at one point. I know it's not that. The heck? Get out of here.
Go down to a record.
Oh yeah.
Mixed martial arts record 5.
Where's that? Oh, 5. Sorry. I don't know how to count, guys. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't think she was ever the champ. She was never beat anybody to become the champ. That was the thing.
Right.
Or am I might be thinking of somebody else.
If you look at the right side, it would tell you where she would win a belt.
Yeah, but she never won a belt by beating anybody. I don't know if this is the one though.
However, if you go back, I think I might have fought on the same card as her.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for Savage.
Oh, whoops. Sorry. All right, where are we? Where are we?
Which one? Okay, so Savage Entertainment, October 17, 2015. I feel like I fought on that card. I feel like that's when I fought that Tommy Woodner kid.
Tommy Woodner.
Really?
Now he gets a shout out.
No, he gets a shot.
Go subscribe, Tommy.
How'd you like that 1 minute standing guillotine choke, Tommy?
Oh, I think you might have shown me that one.
Anyways, yeah.
I,
Would have been cool if I did.
maybe I'm thinking of somebody else, but
I think you're thinking of Carlos
So
Esparza.
you got De La Rosa.
I got De La Rosa. Yep.
well, she.
I think I'll go with Dos Santos just to.
Well, let me look at her. Well, she lost 2 out of her last 3, but they're against pretty decent.
Pretty good people, yeah.
I'll take De La Rosa.
And you got
Okay.
Kyla
Yep.
Santos.
And I'm gonna take Santos just to be that guy.
Oh wait, why'd I do this?
It's a K, that's why.
That's right. Oven St. Preux versus who is this?
Jamahal Hill.
Jamahal Hill.
Sorry, I gotta look him up now. I already know about.
He's 7-0, and that's all I really know about him. But it's also OSP.
But OSP made such a mistake going up to
Sweet
heavyweight
dreams.
and fighting Ben Rothwell. Like, he wasn't even a big light heavyweight. I'm like, why are you going up to heavyweight?
He was a gigantic light heavyweight. What are you talking about?
Really? What? Really?
6'4".
He's the same height as Jones, and he had
But he's like
big legs.
I thought he was kind of skinnier. Like, I don't know.
No, he was way thicker than Jones. He made
Well,
Jones
everybody's thicker than Jones.
look-
That's
but he
not
was the
fair.
same height as him, and he was thicker than him.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, you're right.
He is 6'4". Yeah, he's a big
So
boy.
he is a gigantic boy.
He's a big boy. Is he 6-0?
There's-
Is that what that says?
Well, he is 6-0, but there's nothing on here about him.
He beat
Right.
Darko Stasic,
Oh, okay.
and before that, he's on the Contender Series.
I don't have enough. I gotta take Oven St. Preux because I don't have enough information on this guy. I just don't.
I like the nickname Sweet Dreams, so I'm gonna take him.
You're gonna take
I'm hopping on this bandwagon right
on
now.
the undefeated bandwagon.
Let's see here if I gotta throw my hat in with one of yous boys.
Use boys.
I like St. Preux too for this fight.
Give him the Von Flu choke.
And if you guys end up watching with me, I apologize in advance. I talk about Oven St. Preux's butt all the time because he's
Dude,
dummy thick.
he has a ghetto booty.
He is dummy thick.
Yes, he's.
All right, this is a big fight, boys.
You already know who me and him are picking. So
Yeah, you already know.
Yeah, I'm
Marvin Vettori
picking
for
him
both
too.
of us.
So give him a TKM, boys.
the Guido King,
The Guido, he's such a monster.
the
But
Italian gangster.
to be fair though, Jack the Joker Hermanson, he's
Yeah,
a monster.
He's also been on a pretty big tear, other than losing to Cannon.
But if you take that out, because here, just really quick.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to take that out because he did get smashed in 27 seconds. But
Yeah, but yeah, that does happen. So so Jack Hermanson over Kevin Gastelum. Yeah, huge. That's a huge win. Yeah. We'll skip over Cannonier. he beat Jacare
and Branch,
Souza.
Yeah, he sure
Humongous
did.
win.
Do you remember when Jacare was 26-3? That was like last year. Now
Yeah.
it's 26-8.
He was gonna be next up for the title. Dana White literally said if he wins his next fight, he gets the title.
Didn't he already fight for the title?
Well, he has fought for the title, but I'm talking about he's gonna fight for.
Pretty sure Weidman beat
You're
him.
talking Hermanson?
No, Jacare Souza. But White was saying that Jacare was gonna fight for the title again if he won his next fight. Then he went on like a several fight losing.
Yeah.
And then he fought David Branch is no
You
joke
don't know
either.
why he went on a big losing streak? Because he stopped doing this when he was walking out.
Right. Then he beat he beat GM3, who is one of the highest level black belts, I think, in that division.
Mm-hmm.
So he's on a tear. Yeah, he's just on a tear. Oh, he did lose.
Taos Latus was no joke either.
He did lose to Santos, but that was a long time ago, and he won
And he's the hammer.
the hand.
Come on.
So yeah, this might be a contender fight if you think about it, because who's left in that division
The
for
last time we talked about Marvin Vettori, it was about him being the only person that went to a decision with Adesanya.
split decision?
Split decision. Yeah. I like him in this fight. I think he's got the hands, and I think he puts him down like quick.
Plus his ground game's pretty
I'm
insane.
not even worried about his, I think he's got the hands to put this dude down. He's got dynamite, dude.
Don't you think the
sure
winner
hope
of this fights Adesanya next? Because if you think about it,
should.
who has Adesanya not destroyed in that division yet?
It should be. It should happen soon.
Yeah. These are the only
Yeah.
two people he has not destroyed.
Like I said, he's eating everybody else
Yeah.
alive.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Like,
He either needs to go up and fight. Oh, he is fighting Blachowicz, I think they said. Maybe.
Plus,
It's not signed. But,
Italy versus where's Adesanya from?
well, he's from Nigeria.
Nigeria.
But
Italy
he's
versus Nigeria.
he grew up in New Zealand, you know.
I was gonna say, yeah.
But
He's a New Zealander.
I would say New Zealand versus
Either way, I'm excited for it.
Should be a good
That'd
card.
be a good one.
How about
Pokemon time.
let's just run over last weekend a little bit here, quick before.
Oh
that.
yeah, we
So
do.
we had some pretty good fights last week. We had a local boy fight in a pretty big fight, and obviously Mike Tyson, the man, the goat, the legend,
The GOAT.
returned to the ring for an exhibition match, which ended in a draw, which is not an official. Like they said from the beginning that there wouldn't be an official winner because of the exhibition and the age, but they did count the scores or whatever and called it a draw. So it's not official, but
It was
it is what it is.
it was competitive, but I thought Mike Tyson won.
I think you won
Yeah,
too.
for sure.
Only thing is if you think about it, rounds 5 through 8 was just hugging.
Yeah.
They didn't do anything. Tyson swung. Maybe Roy threw some back clinch. And
Sure.
There was a
that
whole
fight
lot of
could have
clinching
been-
at the
that
end,
fight
man.
could have been so much more interesting, but the ref waited like 10 seconds every time they clinched.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he
What was
just let
that
them
ref-
lay each other for 5-10 seconds every time. Like
Do you
if they're
think-
clinching and they stop throwing, separate.
Do you think they told them that because it's like these guys are like 53,
Maybe give them a
55,
little more time.
and
You
they
think
told
that
they told the ref like give him some,
had something to do with it.
maybe. That's just my theory.
Well, my theory is if you leave Tyson in that clinch for 10 seconds every time, he might bite someone's ear off.
That's true.
True.
Evander Holyfield.
Looking at you. And then, of course, I got my booty kicked in the prediction when Jake Paul one-shotted Nate Robinson.
One shot, one kill. What's the deal?
Oh, gosh.
That's why I truly think Colby Covington would beat up LeBron James, and you know how he's been calling out.
Right.
Because I say there's peer athletes out there, but athleticism doesn't always beat fight knowledge. Because Jake Paul's been training for years for boxing.
Him and his brother are both just fit dudes. Like,
Yeah.
they're both
They're very-
athletic
yeah, they're
dudes.
good.
Yeah, they are. They're definitely athletes, and
I
they
think one of
both.
the first things I ever saw on either of them is they were on those hoverboard things, and one of them did a backflip and landed. I was like, oh, fuck.
Oh,
That's cool.
From my knowledge, they were both decent wrestlers in high school too.
Doesn't surprise me.
Which would be a good. Jake Paul has talked about MMA. He has because he did wrestling.
Conor McGregor, you're taking everything I worked for.
That's so.
Gotta look at the camera when you say that.
My first win in
Grab the
MMA, I
mic.
called out Conor McGregor. I'm like, Conor McGregor, you're running from me. Stop ducking me. And then everyone was like, because it was just.
Nate Diaz, you had a good fight tonight. Fuck that. Conor McGregor, you're taking everything I worked for. I'm going to fight your ass next.
Whenever you win any fight, even if it's an amateur MMA fight, call out McGregor.
You have to.
I mean, obviously. Come
Even
on.
if you're a heavyweight. If you're a
I
heavyweight.
could
McGregor
use,
come
I
to
could use
heavyweight
a
fight
little
me.
money, you know? I could use a little cheddar cheese. And then on the flip side of speaking of UFC and MMA, Anthony Smith fight with Devin Clark.
Yeah.
hometown Sioux Falls
Dude.
boy.
Went similar to how I kind of predicted.
Next level jujitsu though.
Yeah, for sure. Like they've said, them triangle chokes for
Dude,
Anthony
it's
Smith.
50 plus pro MMA fights. Think of how many camps he's been through doing jiu-jitsu. As a striker, you have to be good at jiu-jitsu if you're going to fight wrestlers and get put on your back. He's been doing this for 50-some fights.
Yeah.
And he's been fighting out of Omaha Premier Combat Center for 12, 13 years. If he's not a black belt, he deserves one.
I love all those guys
Right.
from Omaha. All those fighters from.
Oh, yeah. Great fighters coming out of Omaha.
Yeah.
So I guess we kind of talked about it. Corrected me earlier. I guess we would consider Anthony Smith a local boy too, coming
Yeah,
from
Omaha.
Omaha, Nebraska.
Tyson won. Yeah.
But
I think it was a local
I mean,
win still.
yeah, he's definitely more local. But being from Sioux Falls, and you hate to see it. It was a big opportunity for him, but mistakes were made.
I don't-
And here, I'm going to put part of the blame on his management company. I get it. Take the opportunities you can get in the UFC so you can be a star. You might not have been ready for that opportunity.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
If you are struggling and your fights are going back and forth, win loss, and you're not fighting in the top 15, you're fighting in the main event against the number 6 guy now.
right.
Yeah.
You haven't finished anybody in the top 15, and now you're fighting number 6.
That's true. A lot of his wins are decision, which is one of the things I don't.
Yes.
I don't think he's had a whole lot of finishes in the UFC.
No, he has a couple, but then he beats like that Alonzo guy.
Yeah.
And it's like you beat a guy who's Dana White literally said
And
this
you beat
guy's
a dude that broke your orbital socket and then got tired in the process, and you laid on him for the next 2 rounds.
when you beat somebody who Dana White literally gave his blessing to. Dana White's like, this Alonzo guy's gonna be huge, and then he beats him. It's like,
Dana White was like, man, I hate that Devin guy for beating Alonzo. I'm
Yeah.
going to put him up against Anthony
yeah,
Smith.
that's exactly what happened. He's like, I hate you for beating my blessed man.
What's Cosmot doing?
And which guy's
Oh, he's busy that
Tell me
weekend.
he's fighting Devin.
Oh, he's busy that weekend. All right, give me Anthony Smith,
Anthony was hungry for a win.
dude. You could see it in his face. Dude. He was looking hungry.
He just got beat by the old guy who's
And his house just got broken into.
and his house
yeah.
got broken.
He got beat by Glover. Then before Glover, he got beat by hold on, sorry. I just feel so bad for him that. I mean,
Yeah,
Glover's next for the title.
One of his last 3 is what he is. But
So he got beat by. Oh yeah, that Rocket dude. This Rocket guy's a monster, by the way. I've seen him beat everyone.
wait, never mind.
And then he got beat by Glover and Teixeira, or to Glover and Teixeira, Rocket and Teixeira.
Technically, you're right. He got beat by Glover
Yeah.
and Teixeira.
He sure did.
Glover on the feet, Teixeira on the ground. What's up?
And then obviously, so that's 3 losses in a row. John Jones and then the other 2. So,
Right.
So that's a rough night, but so
Yeah,
he needed this one.
He needed that win. He was hungry, and hopefully, I love to see Anthony Smith fight. So hopefully, it sets him back on the right track to
Yeah.
kind of get back where he was.
Yeah.
I want to see him fight Jan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
That's a fight I'd like to see.
Jan has to fight Glover Teixeira now, or Israel Adesanya.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not interested in Israel Adesanya versus Blachowicz for some reason. Like I'm just not. Blachowicz isn't a huge name yet, and Izzy is, But
I hear you.
what do you do?
Fair enough.
Also,
I'll tell
I-
you what we do. We play Pokemon
Yeah.
20 questions.
Yep. I also agree with Chat. Tyson won, even though I picked the other guy. Unfortunately,
You suck.
I know, but it was a draw, so we're all good.
Hey Blake, we have a mic now, so no
Yeah, Blake.
no purchases of mics are needed to be on the show.
Unless you have a cooler one, go buy it.
I got
And
a
we're
pretty good
keeping
one.
it.
I bought a pretty good one.
That's true. Mike Tyson weed is the strongest weed on the market, apparently.
Mike Tyson.
Oh yeah, I forgot. He said today, I smoked a bunch of weed before the fight. I was high when I fought. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay. Cool, Mike Tyson.
I think his company's doing pretty well. It's like marijuana company.
They said he averaged about $500,000 in revenue a month. So
Oh wow,
he's doing pretty well for himself.
Tyson.
doing pretty well.
Plus the payout for the fights. Mike Tyson got $10 million. Roy Jones Jr. got $3 million.
That makes sense. He's the A side.
He's the A side.
Roy Jones Jr. would be the A side in most other fights, but
If he had quit fighting when Tyson quit fighting, he'd probably be right about the A side. But since he's been fighting nobodies and basically losing to somebody,
yeah, he's been losing. to
shouldn't be the
somebody.
A side. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right.
All right, boys, it's that time of the week again. Why don't you give me a number between, let's say, Adesanya and Paulo Costa there, 13 and 19.
How dare
I
you?
can't do one now. Shit.
Yeah.
15.
Just say one, no matter what. We know he keeps the Blaziken on top of the pile.
He's got one bent card, and he's like, they're never going to get this one.
All right, boys. Let the questioning begin.
Is it fire or water?
Yes.
Whoa.
Is it fire?
Yes.
Is it first gen?
Yes.
Oh.
I'm about to get this in 7, bro.
You should ask if it's a starter. Or that might... yeah, well.
Does it have a tail?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, first gen.
It's really not a ton. Does it have stripes?
But remember, I haven't played a first gen yet.
Yes.
And
It
you
has
have
stripes?
you have played a first gen. I haven't yet.
You haven't
Is it a
played-
first evolution?
Yes. That's 6.
I've played second gen and third gen, but not first.
Pretty sure it's a Growlithe.
Oh, hey, yeah. But you should probably.
Does it look like a dog?
Yes. There's another one that looks like a dog.
Oh, he gave us a hint.
The first gen?
In first, yeah, because
Oh,
there's
did you already ask if it was an evolution?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I asked if it was a first
Proceed.
evolution, and you said yes. So.
Proceed.
unless you, Ponyta's doesn't look like a dog. What's the one?
Doesn't have
That's
stripes either.
what's the other one that looks like a dog?
Vulpix, but it doesn't
Oh.
have stripes.
So it would be.
Is it Growlithe?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But you didn't get it in 7, so
8, I
suck
know.
it. So
That's
suck
'cause
it.
he made me confused about myself.
All right.
Wait, what happened if we got in 7? Do we all get blowjobs from ladies that just come in the room? Or?
No, no, no. That's not what happened.
It's not. I was like, I didn't hear what
But-
happened if we
Just handies.
just handies.
I'd say 3 in a row is enough for me to sprinkle in some more.
So I went 3 new
Nothing-
cards, right? 3 new
nothing-
cards.
Nothing too crazy, but you're getting these in less than 10 questions every
told you I'm
time.
always gonna get the
so
first
we're gonna
gens like that.
so we're gonna sprinkle
I
in a
don't
few
know.
more from later generations.
We got
It's
some
okay.
losses up there. Come on.
Well, here's the well.
2.
It's not that we're getting super quick. It's that if it's first gen and it's fire or water, I literally have 6 choices. On
Yeah.
each
Right,
side.
right. That's
true.
what I mean. Yep.
The gen question, yeah.
Oh, you in trouble? You in trouble? I told you.
That's not.
You're gonna get beat up. When he
I
gets
was
home.
just asking a question, Anna. I was just
Yes, he did say exactly what you think
Wow.
he said.
see. I thought my boys.
I
Had
will
my,
second that he said exactly what you think he
I
said.
thought my boys had my back. You guys are supposed to be like. He said he's gonna go buy you a present immediately.
Hey man, like we
If you
got
need-
your
if
back,
you need help
dude.
getting your things out of the yard later tonight, let us know. we have a new sectional you can sleep on tonight.
Do you actually?
Yeah, you didn't see the new sectional?
No, I didn't see it.
Get over yourself.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sorry.
sitting in the living
I
room.
didn't see that.
Anyway, guys, remember.
How tall should I make his casket? I'm only 5'9", so I'm only 5'9".
So maybe at least 6 foot, just to give him a little bit of rocking room, just in case.
Yeah.
So remember, guys, we are on Discord. If you go to Discord and search for Velocity Entertainment, will be the official page,
True.
and you can join our Discord, where hopefully, as we get more people, we can start having more conversations and interact more with the people who listen to the podcast.
We got to put the
Like-
link on Facebook and whatever else we can.
Yeah. Yep. We
Also in the YouTube video. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll definitely get the links up for you guys to go find and join the Discord. But other than that, you can find us obviously on Facebook at Velocity Entertainment, Patreon.com, where if you join the right tier, you can select Pokemon for these guys to guess, or even decide on a conversational piece like our biggest crushes from our childhood, which we'll talk about next week.
Yeah.
But if you want to join one of those tiers, you can definitely select one of those conversational pieces for us, and it'll be fun. But remember, most importantly, just like the videos, share them, and watch them. Man, we love to talk and entertain people. So that's why we call it Velocity Entertainment.
We talk a lot.
We like to entertain people at very high speeds.
Gift of the gab.
Anyway, like I said, we'll be back next week with Aristocats and 101 Dalmatians, and possibly, if all goes well, a special guest. So thanks, guys, for watching. Have a blessed week. We love you guys, and we will see you next Monday.
You stay classy, Westeros.
Stay classy, Westeros. It's a good way to end a podcast. Stay classy, Westeros.